Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Metaphor ReFantazio. This evening, it's Saints' Day. Which saints, you might be asking? St. Patrick? St. Valentine's Day? No, of course, it's the New Orleans Saints, the football team famous for driving all the snakes out of Louisiana. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see that Lesbian Wolf was the very first one here with a hi! Weedle saying hello again. Weedle, good to see you also. I appreciate Weedle, the chiming in without accusations of stinkiness and or the kickage of cute animals. How you doing, Lesbian Wolf and Weedle? Queen Katie says howdy. How you doing, Queen Katie? I see we also have Panicked Lizard over on YouTube. Lizard, I feel like it's been a little while since I've seen you in the stream. How are you doing? I did see that you posted over on the Discord today. A good reminder about New Comic Day. Or not New Comic Day, excuse me. That's every Wednesday. Free Comic Day for Saturday of May. How you doing? Good to see you. Quick said, I'm so glad for the stream tonight. I've been so burned out all day today. I'm sorry if you've been feeling burned out, Queen Katie. I hope this will refresh and recharge, pack some wax on top of that candle that's been burned out and stretch that wick up through. I don't think that's scientifically accurate for how it works, but I'm not a candle maker, so I can't really say for certain. Said, besides, of course, playing a new game I found on Game Pass and recommended in the Discord. I saw that you made a post about it. I didn't really have time to look through it too much because I was scrambling to get ready. Something about like crime scene cleanup or something like that. Is that correct, Queen Katie? But how is everybody? Oh, and there's Ray saying yellow. How you doing, Ray? How's everybody? Lesbian Wolf, Weedle, Queen Katie, Ray, Lizard. How are all of you? I'm ready for this. I feel like it's been too long since we have played Metaphor, and it should be exciting stuff today. It's Saints' Day. It's actually like the first of the two Saints' Days in game. It's like a Saints' Day Eve, technically. And so I think I have a sinking feeling something bad's gonna happen. I did pop into the game earlier to finish up my shopping around town. The potion shop in Altabury didn't seem to really sell healing potions, so I tried to like teleport to another place, wouldn't let me teleport. Wandered around town, tried to find more to go into academia to maybe finally do like a summoning experiment. Couldn't find more. Did stumble upon these two fine people here as a couple of NPCs that I figure we'll talk to right before we run it. Oh, Grady with a party of 3! How you doing, Oak? I don't know if we have any of our mods here yet, so let me go ahead and do a quick shout out for you there, Oak. I saw that you were playing Celeste. I tried to pop in your stream, but for some reason Twitch was being mean and wouldn't let it like stream at anything less than like 1080p, 60 frames per second, and I couldn't get a stable connection. But how'd it go, Oak?
What do they say?
And there we go. And
said that they're gonna give me VIP, and they give my friend VIP. Gave my friend VIP. VIP. My friend VIP.
Giving friend VIP.
The team is happy.
How dare your friend get VIP?
What is this game? I came in second?
Is this Roblox? Is that
my outfit was so bad.
Dress to Impress game that everyone was talking about for a while? But Oak, how was your stream? Welcome, welcome. I mean, just in time. We're just getting started here. So as I said, we'll talk to these two quick NPCs, and then I guess we go up to the Opera House, and everything's probably gonna go awful. So let's talk to Desperate Russant. Oi! See sense, my love. This is all a misunderstanding. I thought the room was empty, so I absent-mindedly... Calm yourself. Before you do something you'll regret. Oh, is she gonna jump off the edge or something? Lady, He thought the room was empty. He didn't realize there was a naked lady in there, so it was only polite that he did it with her. Oh. You despicable cad! How dare you spy on me in my room? Oh, spying on her. I thought it was an affair. I can't believe you saw me without any... Oh, she was gonna say clothes. I'm so humiliated. I'd rather die than be seen without my glamours. Oh! Is that the thing that that is making Juna look like she's not a baby? So is he spying on her when she got turned into a baby? You can get through this. Don't speak of dying so lightly. Lightly? Lightly, you say bold words for someone who knows nothing of it. Oh, I'm so angry right now. I don't even think dying would calm me down. So yeah, that was a wonderful little thing that we had there. We gotta figure out what's going on with Juna being a baby or something like that. Wait, whose runner is this? Milo's? A deck modeled after a stage with a statue of himself on top. Milo sure has a lot of self-confidence, doesn't he? Though I wish he cared about anything other than beauty.
Wait a second.
Hey, can we watch it? I know the view's incredible, but one slip and it's all over. After everything it took to get here, falling now would be a terrible joke. Let's keep the sightseeing to a minimum, okay? But what if I want to die? What if Gallica, what if you saw me without my glamours? What if you saw me, what I look like when I was a baby? I read some chat. Lesbian Wolf says, I'm good.
Yeah,
been chilling today. Super sleepy, though. I hope you've been enjoying chilling. That's important sometimes. Huh?
Oh, grand.
Is Milo not Milo?
It's Milo, not Milo. I should probably pay more attention when they say their names. To be fair, those two names are spelled the same. Milo and Milo. Milo. What if I say Milo? Because then I'm saying both vowel sounds. Milo. How about that? But thank you, Noobly. How you doing? Let's see. Weedle says, hello there. Oh, crap. Hello there, puppy kicker. Steak not eating enough fun dip men and sticky puppy kicker. I shouldn't have said anything. I was enjoying the lack of bullying while it lasted. Quickity said, the reason why I got burned out, OBS was a jerk with the ba-ba-ba-ba.
No, say it right.
Milo. Milo. Can we just keep adding more syllables? Like do A-E-I-O-U. Milo. And then every now and then we'll say Milo to add a Y in there, because only sometimes. Why? Sorry, but like, come on, you guys should know me well enough that being told what to do makes me just want to kind of like not do it correctly. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly. And again, Noobly, how are you? Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the Mayolo. He's right here. Oh, and so's that guy. Is that an important character? No, he vanishes.
It's you.
Oh, I forgot that that's what he looked like with like the big eyelashes. Oh, and over on YouTube, Lizard is saying, I'm running out of anxiety meds. Oh, and I have a dentist appointment this Saturday, so I'm mentally throwing myself, okay, apparently TTS girl must have found some word in that offense, so let's see. Noobly was saying, I'm going to shove my hand right up your butt and make you say it right. That sounds like either an awful time or a really good time, depending. I've never been a Muppet, but I mean, the Muppets look like they're all having fun. Look at Gonzo, look at Fozzie. They look like they're having a delightful time. But thank you very much, Noobly, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. And yeah, Lizard was saying, throwing myself into date everything speculation and mentally designing a dice tower out of Legos. Oh, that's cool. If I'm thinking about Lego and games, maybe I won't cry randomly. I'm sorry that you're dealing with the lack of the meds, but I mean, at least that does sound like a fun coping mechanism, and I hope it gets better for you, Lizard. Yeah, Quinky was saying the reason why I got burnt out, OBS was a jerk and I was dumb, so I decided to give myself a week break. And yes, it's a crime scene cleaner game. It's such a good static for my brain. Widow says, I make stuff for my class finals, music. So yippee, what class? Are you taking a music class? And there's Noobly saying hello. There's Oak with the raid. Oak, how was your stream? Oh, it's you. Made it all the way to Montario in one piece, did you? Not bad. Consider me impressed. But you know that the competition in this tournament will only get more brutal from here on out, don't you? Tell me, have you seen Loveless yet? Yeah, he was like drunk outside my hotel. You'd best keep an eye on him. Queen Katie's keeping an eye on him. On his butt. That's where Lovelace's poo comes from. I don't know why Queen Katie had such a fascination with the location of where his poo comes from. Oh, can I not talk to all the people going, hey, hey? I thought I'd be able to like search through the crowd and like chat with people. Okay, so here's the Opera House. So I think today is just like a hanging out day where we present our relics. And then tomorrow in game is where the actual performance is. and we're gonna like try and kill Luis. Can we talk to you, Opera House guard? Aren't you? Sorry, but security is strict here. Not even candidates can enter without a divine relic to dedicate. Well, we gave Luis the lance, so I guess getting in the front entrance is out. I don't know, let's try. Let's see what happens. They can't catch me on my skateboard sword. We're not gonna just waltz in the front door, are we? There should be a service door nearby. Once the time comes, it'll be up to Juna to do something about the guards by the service entrance. Okay, so we gotta find a service entrance on the entrance on the side.
Close your eyes. Check this out.
Oh, there's a guy. He's got a little grumbly thing above his head. This here's the service entrance. Juna's supposed to do something about the guards before the night of the performance. Want to wait till then? No, wait. What do you mean wait till then? That's like a whole day. How about we come back after we've prepared a bit?
All good.
Sure thing. In the meantime, maybe we can snoop around and ask some soldiers about the Opera House security tonight. Okay, so I guess we don't... this is just a fast forward and wait.
Close your eyes.
I don't see any soldiers want to talk about it. See, let's just go in. Throw caution to the wind. We're ready. Come on, buddy. Talk guard.
Well, now, what are we on about?
Well, now, hey, what are you staring at? You don't have any business with this service door, do you? Oh, I see. You were hoping to catch a glimpse of the celebrities, eh? Believe me, I'd love to meet Lady Juna myself, but security is very tight, you know. Don't you think putting vigorous guard dogs backstage is a bit too much? Well, they're being paranoid, if you ask me. Crap.
At last.
Weedle, we're gonna have to kill some dogs. I apologize. Juna should be able to take care of this guy easily. We should get ready for tonight. Let's wait! You ready to do this? From here on, it'll just be you and me. And Yufa! I mean, if you're into Yufa, we won't be able to contact the others. Make sure your equipment is where you want it before we set out. Need to make any changes? I'm ready to go! We're ready to go as we are. I'm probably gonna die. I'm sure I've forgotten something. All right, let's follow the plan and wait here. We're getting right into the cutscenes. Hold on. Let's see. Quiggity was saying, wait, you're rating this time, Oak? Nice. Yeah, I didn't see anything about Nora going live. Oak can do streams even without Nora. Oak says, streaming Celeste for the first time in like a million years. And yes, that is dressed to impress. I'm trying to do casual playthrough instead of speedrunning the first time in like 4 years. Lesbian Wolf says, I've been enjoying chilling. I helped my sister cook dinner today, which is super duper fun. Nice. Oak with the whole command. Lesbian Wolf said we made a pasta bake, and then laughing. Check out over on YouTube. Lizard says we need Logan Muppet art. Would that be me as a Muppet, or me just with someone doing to me what Noobly was threatening to do to me? I'd love to see what I would look like as a Muppet. Sir Bacon says I like stealing. This channel does not endorse stealing, Sir Bacon, but at least you found something you love. Lizard says stealing is great, Sir Bacon. Well, what's that?
Take a few deep breaths.
Oh.
Just try to relax.
It's Kim.
Try it with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Hugh O'Connor. How you doing, Kim? Welcome. I assume that you're going to be saying like to do a hydrate, so I'm going to have some water right now. Open up my bottle. Thank you so much for popping in. How you doing, Kim? One of these days you're going to be able to like hang out with us again. Can we change the time zones? Can you convince Germany to like flip the time around or something like that? Point the opposite direction, move Germany to the Western Hemisphere or something like that? By the way, though, that reminds me because, you know, we had done a co-stream with Kim recently. Well, not a co-stream because it wasn't streamed on my channel, streamed on her channel. But did you guys see, I mentioned the announcement the other day that a certain somebody, it was Tiff, gifted me Repo! So we could do like a community game night as Repo. Who else got Repo? Let's see. Yeah, Lizard says almost as fun as bullying. You'll be fine. Bacon says, what if you wanted to play Pilgrimed, but fish got you? Boys, can we jump scare Logan for me, please? Chat will probably do that when I'm least expecting, because now my guard is up. But it'll probably happen. Sir Bacon. All right, the guards have left their post. Juna has done her job admirably.
Onward.
And she has unlocked the service entrance for us as well. Let us enter and remain unseen. I thought it was just going to be me and Gallica and Yufa. I can't remember what's... Oh! There was the jump scare for you, Sir Bacon.
I don't actually know what repo is. How does it work?
All right.
Thank you for the 10 bits. So Repo, it's kind of like, have you played, sorry, still got this lingering cough. Have you played Lethal Company? So imagine you are like a little guy that looks like a cross between an aluminum can and a Muppet. And you go into places that are abandoned, I guess, and you're there to repossess everything. So you're just looking around for valuables and to collect them on your little cart. But there's also monsters that want to murder you. And it's spooky and scary and stuff like that. So that is Repo. It just looks like a lot of fun. Sorry, I've already got a cough here. But yeah, I loaded up the game last night to like do a little tutorial of it. And it looks like it's enjoyable. Anyway.
Infiltration successful.
So,
This way should lead backstage. From there, we climb to the roof and then atop the chandelier.
Yes.
I'm en route to the auditorium, just on the other side. I'll have to lure those brothers out somehow.
So,
Heisme, I almost called you Heisenberg. Heisme, that means it's your job to keep our dogs safe. If anything happens to Fidelio, I'm sorry, but it's Heisme's responsibility. Heisme is our dog sitter for tonight. Quick, Katie, you better get on your little bat bro over there and make sure he takes good care of our dogs. Stroll and I will secure an exit route with all speed.
Yeah.
We split up from here. Let's all do our parts and regroup. Good luck.
let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's see, reading in the chat. Oh, hang on. Something's happening already.
All right.
Normie! How you doing, Normie? Says, hey, Logan. Hope you're well. I'm watching Z. Sadly, can't have two streams open because of my internet, but I hope the stream goes well. And you probably can't hear me saying this, but I appreciate you popping in, Normie. And you probably made the good choice. He's a good streamer. But thank you, Normie. Quigator said, but Logan's not a puppet, though. Am I? You guys all seem very surprised anytime you've seen like a photo or video of me where you can see me like head to toe. It's got to be like in those scenes where you see the Muppets and they're head to toe, like in what was in the Muppet movie where like Kermit was riding a bicycle, like blows everyone's mind because like that's a puppet doing that. That's a puppet's full body. So how am I not a puppet then? Let's see. Oak said stream was good. One Piece. Queen Gator says loveless mention. Loveless with hearts. Crystal said we keeping an eye on his lifeless body. All right. /J. How you doing, Crystal? Let's see. Over on YouTube. Lizard says, oh, nice. Or Bacon says, yay. Lizard says, it was effective. Bacon says, you're a bean in Repo. You're a bean. Are we? Because I was thinking of beans as like Fall Guys. I mean, I guess that you're like a metal-looking kind of bean, I suppose. Lizard with some emotes, and Bacon says, I got handcuffed, guys. I am not in jail. Well, then that sounds like a good time for everyone involved. All right, with it, huh?
Cherton, don't put any more on Hisami. He's already dealing with enough.
Oh, crap. Do I have to say Hisemi instead of Heisme because that's the way TTS Girl says it? Hisemi? I mean, okay, what's he dealing with? His dead kid. He seems to be a good father to a dead kid. He seems to be a better father to a dead kid than he was to a live kid. Because when he had a live kid, the kid died. But ever since he's had a dead kid, the kid hasn't come back to life. So he's doing a much better job, I think. But thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it.
All right, let's start the operation. We need to get up on that chandelier and be in position before Juna finishes singing.
Okay, is this the next day? Did we just like fast forward?
I'm sure of it.
Okay, I guess this is happening. I hope you guys have enjoyed Fidelio while he lasts, because I am convinced by the end of this, he will either be dead or severely injured. And to get on that chandelier, we need to first reach the roof?
That's right. Juna laid it out for us. We head backstage. We should be able to go up from there.
Time to go.
Understood. Let's be on our way then. Nod my head.
First,
I mean, maybe we shouldn't be like brandishing weapons if we're trying to... Oh, can we talk to this fellow over here? Sour-faced monk.
You're that elder candidate. What's one of Luis's dogs doing here? Master Godot's monk army is guarding the opera house, so don't get any funny ideas. They're not an army of monks. They're an army of monkeys. They're delightful. Can I pull out my sword? I got my sword at my side. I should be able to like hack and slash these dudes, right? Can I kill you guys? No? I'm trying to be inconspicuous so you two live. All right, what we got more people to talk to? What about you, elderly noble? I hear His Eminence Forden has acquired a magnificent divine relic. With that, his victory is all but assured.
Well, perhaps, but I no doubt Luis has something up his sleeve. To achieve such success at his age, we can't count him out. What about you, busy. You don't look busy. You're just standing there, bro, but I won't tell anyone. This place is absolutely littered with lost items today. Guess it's no surprise with all these people here. I've got lots to do, so I can't go pick up each and every one. I put some of them in like treasure chests. Some of them are just gonna be glowy little dots on the ground. If you find something, it'd be a big help if you could, I don't know, return it to its owner, or keep it, or do whatever you want. I don't give a crap. Okay, so let's look around this room. Are there any sparkly items? Oh, this door's roped off, devoid monk. The Saints' Day Festival is held once a year on the day God descended to the monolith. A feast is held to welcome him, and we offer our most intimate prayers. This opera house was built specifically for Saints' Day, in fact. Now come, renounce your allegiance to Luis and pray with us. God even forgives filthy elders like you, Closery. Well, that sounds like a splendid little proselytization, a sales pitch. How you doing, troubled attendant? I should read some more in the chat, though. Oh, Jude is raiding with a party of 2. Crystal, are you still here? Would you be able to do a shout out for Jude? Jude, you start playing the 100 line, right? Without spoilers, how is it? I want to play that game. But hi, welcome, Raiders! While we're waiting for the shout out to come up, let me give you a quick rundown on everything. Oh, actually, it looks like it's about to start now. I'll give you the rundown of the channel after the shout out, please, because it's going to do a little clip, Clippy McClipperson right down there.
Though. Streamer of the scent.
Oh, that looks delicious. That looks delicious.
Hi guys, welcome to
Hi.
Judicator. If there are any new viewers here and you're watching me trying to eat a plate, hi. Hello.
Hi. Welcome! So Raiders, hi, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. I want to give you guys a fair warning. It sounds like big story spoilers are going to be happening today based on the buzz from the chat. This is a blind playthrough, so I don't know for sure. I'd love to have you guys stick around, but if you feel like you want to avoid spoilers and need to take off, I totally understand. I also read every comment in chat. I am behind. In fact, let me scroll down to where the raid happened so I can say hi to anybody saying hi, and then I'll scroll back to where I left off. Oh, there's Imanberg Navy. Am I saying that right? Saying raid, 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 raid. Jude says, that was the longest I streamed in a while. And is that Gazikos or Gazelkos? It's hi and bye, hi and bye. Oh, that sounds like a cosplayer. Said, I gotta go because it's late. Thank you for being here. Quick said, AI, the Somnium Files. Yeah, I miss you, game. Jude says, it's long. It's so long. Okay, now I've heard that it's got 100 different endings, but your first playthrough, you're like locked into one. Is that correct? So that makes it sound like I'm gonna have to do at least 2, like the first one, which I guess is probably like the canon ending, and then I'll go back and get to customize it to whatever I want to do. Saying, oh, hilarious, haha, and, Gazikos. Okay, that's an I. I couldn't tell if that was an I or a lowercase L. Gazikos, welcome, and you gotta get to sleep, Gazikos. It's late where you are. But if you want to make bad decisions and hang out, I always like meeting new friends. Jude says, the characters are fun, the story is good, I like the gameplay. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it goes on sale soon. Quick says, yes, you can only do one ending for the first playthrough, I think. Well, Oh, Gazikos, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully you can hang out with us like another time when maybe you're a bit more well rested and everything. Thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate that. Quick says, I don't know, I don't play the game, and Gazikos says, okay, bye. Jude says, oh, geez, oh, well, I guess I'll get them all 100? You gotta catch them all. Let me read some more over on YouTube as well. Where did I leave off? Yeah. Lizard says, so it's a date you're on. Bacon says, I can't wait to tell you about this story. Lizard said, this is happening, you're in it. I believe in you. Don't crime civilizations, no matter how casually racist they may be.
There are 3 endings. If you get a bad one, you can just reload a save.
Okay, so that's not too bad. So that's like when you play a game and it like ends early type of bad ending. So that makes sense. So I will, if any of you play 100 Line before I eventually do, try and guide me toward those bad endings. I always like seeing a good bad ending.
Hey, good grandpa, it's me, Bill Short Tongue. I stole my dad's phone. I think I'm growing my rice grain. I ate my first bowl of rice, and one piece isn't falling off. If I pick at it, will that cause irreparable damage? Also, it's on my unibrow.
Irreparable damage? or irreparable beauty. Little veal. Thank you so much for the beef longa TTS. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm assuming that was Oak who did that. I couldn't see if that was bits or points. If it was bits, thank you for the bits. If it was points, appreciate the points, even though I can't use them for anything. Again, let me read a few more comments here. See, Bacon said, I escaped the handcuffs in a not date, by the way. Lizard said, sure, remember to use protection, Bacon. Bacon says, dude, I'm single, dude. You're single and ready to mingle. Lizard says, sure, Bacon frowning. Over on Twitch, scrolling back up to where I left off before. Let's see. Oak says, Loveless drunk outside a hotel. Was Katie in the hotel? Crystal says, lurk, doing assignments. Thank you for the lurk, Crystal. And thank you especially then for doing the shout out if you were lurking. Oak says, take me back, Katie. Crystal says, please don't leave me, Katie. Nubly said, did Twitch just stutter for anyone else? Are we already having stuttering problems? Quigita said, blush. I mean, someone's got to give the love to Loveless. Atlantic says, hey, how you doing, Atlantic? Crystal said, didn't stutter for me. And hello, Atlantic. And Oak says, Katie got some crazy riz. Okay, let's play some more of the game. Oh dear, I can't host the dignitaries in these shoes.
Yes?
Oh, that's all he's got to say? Is this, okay. What about you, condescending Pyrrhus?
That gives me
These divine relics are mostly junk, are they not? What strange people the pagans are valuing things like that. They will surely see reason once His Eminence seals the relics away. Discarding those warped teachings and converting to sanctism is the only path. Okay, so we got, it's like 2 hallways here on the map. I think there's another one down here, yeah. I wish I could run. Oh, I can run a little bit. Oh, how you doing, middle-aged noble? I need that tooth so I can shine! When did it fall out? Ew, what a disaster! His tooth fell out? What about you, irritated actor? Still in there? How long are you going to make me wait? Oh, I'm irritated. Oh, can I go in these rooms? Rear entrance door. It appears to be locked. What do you need? Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. Come back later.
Dismissive, aren't they? I guess they're busy preparing.
Well, to be fair, they're probably like half naked in their Gallic. I probably shouldn't be trying to barge in like this, but I will keep doing it. It appears to be locked. What about you, chatty noblewoman?
His Eminence Fortin is of course a fine candidate, but it's Professor Julian in the end who's most fit to be king.
He appeared to obtain a divine relic with no trouble at all, yet despite this, he remains unpopular. It's curious. I suppose it indicates how unintelligent the masses truly are. Tragic, we need an enlightened ruler, as Professor Julian says. I just want to keep trying all these doors. It appears to be locked. Is that just all this is? Is a hallway of doors?
Ridiculous.
I should also read some more, I guess, while we're trying all these doors. Nubly said, must be my internet. Crystal says, Loveless Riz. Lesbian Wolf said, puppy kicker Logan strikes again. I don't want to hurt any puppies, but the game keeps making dogs into bad guys.
Ridiculous.
Is this... Okay, so it looks like we want to check the other hallway. So there might be something I could, when I was wandering around the city off stream, I found one of those golden beetles. You never know what you're going to find in here. Joyful noblewoman. Lord Maieulos participating in Saint's Day this year. Oh, how I've longed to gaze upon his divine features once more. My father told me to support His Eminence, but I don't care what he says. My feelings for Lord Maieulo are a tide that cannot be stopped. Am I doing it right? What about you, irked noble? Loveless, that puerile Paripus buffoon. He yet refrains from dropping out of the race. Paripus are a foolish tribe to begin with, but the longer that man remains, the bolder they'll grow. How irritating. Oh, I'm just irked. I can walk around velvet ropes. Okay, what do you think, Rusant lady? Do you have some business with me? I'll have you know that I'll not be swayed by an elder candidate. I proudly support Rudolph and his vision of Rusante rule. Besides, wouldn't you say there's something rather alluring about such a severe man? Chat, are severe men alluring? Would I be alluring if I was severe?
Ridiculous.
Troubled nobleman looking at a picture of green blobs. Are those supposed to be abstract pears?
Oh.
No, it's not here either. Darn, where did I drop it?
Ridiculous.
Okay, so people have been dropping tooths and items. I don't see any items on the ground. Where are these items people be talking about? People be yapping up about? Mystified noblewoman.
Say.
The monk army seems to be on high alert today. They've even brought guard dogs along. Perhaps it's because Luis is here, but the royal magic would prevent any sort of assassination, would it not? Oh, I'm worried. And a noble woman. Oh. Okay, that guy looks like he's blocking the door, so let's talk to everybody else first. Hushed, attendant. I heard from that roguish crier. Did you really go all the way to the pagan islands for a divine relic? Batlin reference! This crier said you found something amazing on the island, but he's just spinning tall tales, isn't he? Or was there? The real treasure I found was when I saw Yufa bathing. The real treasure is nudity. Goodbye. How you doing, amused noble?
Speaking of which,
I've heard the rumors about you. They say you killed the sea monster outside Briarhaven, which means the head His Eminence brought to the exhibition was fake. An elder spitting in the church's face. You're an interesting fellow. What about you, lady? Ravenous Pierce. She's cute. I wouldn't call her ravenous. She's cute, though. Can I talk to you?
Oh, but which action to undertake?
Oh, I'm starving. I should have brought something to eat. I've got some Reese's peanut butter cup miniatures, if anybody needs something to eat. Okay, so that's everything and everybody. I never found any teeth on the ground or nothing. So let's go talk to this weirdo.
Look.
Here's the door leading backstage. We should be able to access the roof from in there. But what's up with this guy standing in front of the door muttering something?
Yeah, something happened, do you think? No, did I drop it somewhere?
Hey.
Probably the key, I bet.
Hey, is something wrong?
No, it's just, it seems I dropped my key, so I say. So now I can't open this door. Of all the times it has to be when we're busy beyond belief, I guess I'll have to go get the spare. I hope no one follows me and beats me up while I'm in a different room grabbing the only spare key to allow someone through here, hypothetically to the roof as well if they want to hop down to a chandelier and launch an assassination attempt on Count Luis. Oh well.
He left. And now we've got a locked door to deal with.
Actually,
That man works here, I suppose, and he dropped his key.
So finding it will get our plan back on track. Let's scour the area.
so,
He might also ask the patrons about the key. In such a crowd, someone is bound to have seen it. What the ba?
then
Hey Longa, can I have a Reese's peanut butter cup miniature
sure.
or two?
Sure.
Or all of them? Thanks, Longa. You really thought I would scare you here?
Ah!
Wow.
Huh.
So many preconceived biases.
Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Here they are, if you want all of them. They're all in there. Dive in to the cascade of Reese's peanut butter miniature cups. You want one? You want one now? There. There you go. Make sure you take off. Wow! Does that mean I need to read the chat? I need to read some chat. Let's see. Nubly says, must be my internet. Crystal says, loveless Riz. Lesbian Wolf says, puppy kicker Logan strikes again. Oak said, Logan will one day turn into a real boy. Hey, then I'll be just like Pinocchio. Except, I won't have a long nose. Well, I guess his nose is only long if he lies, right? Okay, so do I need to find new people to talk to, or am I looking for sparklies on the ground? Let's try talking to this guy, because he had dropped something. Can we talk to him again? No? Are all the other doors still locked? Oh, there are sparklies! I just noticed on the minimap, there's sparklies. Oh, actress getting ready. Hey, what is it? I'm in the middle of changing. Can it wait until I'm all the way out of my clothes? Oh, I'm an actress. Oh, my apologies. We're looking for a missing key. Have you seen or heard anything about one? Sorry, I haven't. Did you check the costume closet in the hallway? Stuff gets lost in there all the time.
let's go.
Costume closet, was it? All right, let's check.
So now we can, like, talk to the doors and things happen? Yeah. It's locked.
Hey, have you heard?
My word, did you hear the rumor about Lady Juna? She was spotted leaving Luis's gauntlet runner. The country's top songstress shacking up with Luis. Wow. Hey, you go get it, girl. Yeah, you get it. You get that. Okay, there's a sparkly around here. Where's the sparkly? There's a sparkly.
What's happening?
Seems like a string of some sort with beads on it. They're very dirty and bad smelling. Leather string, don't keep it.
We maybe can't go around picking up every little thing while on a mission to assassinate an autocrat. Well, perhaps it'll prove useful for cheating at chess. Let us hold on to it for the moment.
Why is this happening?
Can we go in here? I want to talk to everybody now. Let's see. Quickita says, yoinks, death counter in case. I don't know if there's going to be fighting in here. The game's like, make sure you have good equipment and everything, but there's only 2 of us.
Speaking of...
The monks were not pleased to hear about Louise coming to the festival today, I can tell you that.
What in blazes is he here for, I wonder? Whatever it is, I hope it ends peacefully. There are more doors? More doors? You can't walk into these, because one does not simply walk into more doors. Let's see, there's Kim saying, extremely check in, hope everything's doing well. Remember to hydrate and stretch if you haven't done it in a while. I will have a little sip of water. Kim from the past, thank you very much. Lizard over on YouTube says, lol, trying to open doors to get anime scenes, gonna get slapped like the pro tag you are. Severe people scary. I'm just a little guy. I mean, we're not like, well, we shouldn't like burst in there. I have a feeling that in real life, walking in on somebody changing is not nearly as hilarious as it is in anime. What do you need? Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. Come back later. Dismissive. Oh, that's a not my voice.
Oh, I do.
Oh, it's Wendy! How you doing, Wendy?
Alert? I gotta change that, bro. Thank you so much for the sub. Okay.
Wendy, I think I saw on Discord that you are getting close to the end of Case 3 and AAI Investigations 2. Is that correct? How you doing, Wendy?
Dismissive, aren't they? I guess they're busy preparing.
Wendy, we are knocking on all these doors, trying to burst in on people changing their garment clothes and stealing stuff that we find on the ground. You know Sanctifex Fortin's divine relic? Apparently Master Godot harassed some pagans to get it for him. Well, mind your word choice there. It originally belonged to the church, so he got them to return it, is all. Yeah. Okay, so apparently we got to go to that supply closet, but first let's pick up the other items. Oh, what was this guy? The shoes person has new stuff to say. Troubled attendant?
What am I to do?
What rotten luck. My shoelace has to break now of all times. The Crown Theocracy officials have already gathered, but I can hardly tend to them with my shoelace like, oh, so we can give this person the string of beads that we found before as a new shoelace, maybe.
I'm sure of it.
That's right, we picked up a string earlier, did we not? Perhaps she could make use of it.
I handed over this leather string, not even letting me, like, get the option of keeping it. Huh? Use this? Well, I suppose it could be a shoelace replacement. Thank you. I wish I had a more proper reward for you, but I don't. Still, this cake's famous. I have a cake in my pocket. Want some pocket cake? I promise. Altabury cake. Thank you. Okay, so if we find suspect-looking beads on the ground given to people, we get pocket cake. It appears to be a silver necklace. Silver necklace.
Wow, that's a nice necklace. It might be important. Imagine it belongs to somebody around here.
Okay, so that's got to be, it's not the tooth guy. It's going to be the person at the end of the hallway over here. So yeah, we're helping people. Or maybe it's the irritated actor.
I've done it now.
How long does it take to change? The play's going to start soon.
Is something the matter? You seem rather troubled.
The dancer won't leave the dressing room. I left my script in there. I need it back.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if we find a script for this guy. Anyway, sorry this is taking so long.
Ridiculous.
I'm enjoying looking around everywhere. Okay, so maybe we just get to keep the necklace and give it to Gallica as a gift. Quick to say, I don't even remember what our last death was. The big fish guy. Yeah. I think we haven't had any other game overs in a while. Like I know that Heisme has died once or twice. Protagonist maybe as well. But I think we're doing rather splendidly. Lost item. Seems like a small gold tooth. Okay, so that goes the guy who's complaining about losing his tooth.
A gold tooth? How did something like that end up on the floor? Our search is yielding more peculiar items than keys.
Oh yeah, he's returned this to the guy who is missing his tooth. Where was he? He was down here, I think, or maybe no. He's at the entrance to the other hallway. There he is. There's Toothman. I'm positively hideous without my tooth. This is a disaster.
That reminds me.
Didn't we pick up a gold tooth earlier? Can't imagine it belongs to anyone else.
I hope he gives us pocket cake. I handed over the golden
Thank
tooth.
you very
Oh,
much
my
indeed.
tooth! You spied my distress and sought to rectify it, didn't you? I'm saved! Now I can socialize without appearing to be some gap-toothed yokel. As thanks, take this key. I picked it up in the corridor earlier, but I couldn't risk telling the attendant with a gap in my teeth. Can you imagine? Okay, so that's the key, but we gotta still return the other things. You may get a reward if you return it. Oh, and don't worry about me. I'm fine. Now my smile can shine.
Is this perhaps?
Hey, this is the key we've been looking for. Yeah, we found it. I feel like our rewards seem more like errands, but all's well that ends well, I guess. Let's go try this key out. No, okay. I thought you were gonna cut over there. So let's try talking the dancer for that one actor. Maybe we can give her the necklace and she'll give us the script. What, again, really? I'm sorry, I'm a bit occupied. I can't find my precious necklace. I've searched everywhere and still can't find it. I suppose it's possible I dropped it in the hallway. Have you seen a silver necklace? I lost it and it's really important to me.
What if?
The necklace we picked up perhaps is theirs. Let's check with them.
I handed over the silver necklace. It's under the door.
This is it.
Oh, this is it. You found it. Thank you so much. My beloved gave me this necklace. We're unable to see each other right now because we're both blind. In any case, I want to give you a reward. How about this? An exclusive preview of the Saints Day play script. Theater script. And then if we give that to the actor, maybe he'll give us pocket cake. I handed over the theater script. Oh, you got it for me. I'm saved. I don't have much to give as thanks, but please take this. Heroes Leaf Alive. Okay, there's still one more place. There's a costume closet, right? That somebody said to check out. Where's the costume closet at? It's got to be one of these doors, or unless it was down here, like, no, because they're like, those look like costumes. Sorry, I need to check everything. I need to find this stuff. So we got to still find the costume closet. It's got to be one of these doors. And nope, that was not the costume closet. What about this one? It appears to be locked. And that's just the one that we went through. So it's got to be one of these last two doors.
Ridiculous.
It appears to be locked. And this one. It appears to be locked. Maybe it's down here at the end of this hallway? Sorry, but there's got to be one more. Oh, here we go. This has got to be, this isn't a costume closet. This is the end of a hallway. Oh, I'm starving. I've been so busy preparing that I haven't eaten since lunch. Hey, lady, want some pocket cake?
Hey, why don't we give her that cake we just got? I think we'll be too focused on the mission to eat it anyway.
I handed over the Altabury cake.
Oh my.
Oh my, is this one of Altabury's famous confections? You'll give it to me? Well, I'll not spurn your kindness, but before I eat, I must return the favor. Oh, I know! I found something earlier that might be amusing. An open love letter. Here, I think it's a love letter. I didn't open it, but perhaps some scandalous detail waits within.
What would you care to do?
So that's got to be something we give to... Oh, this doesn't end, but I'm enjoying... Oh, there, this guy needs a love letter.
Ridiculous.
I also think that the candidate that Queen Katie loves needs one because he's loveless. Let me read some more in the chat because I'm behind. And this, I'm sure, is not nearly as entertaining to you guys as it is to me. Kim says, now Quick said, wait, is my notepad telling me the truth? Do we really only have 2 mazed bonds? Excuse me, I assume you mean max bonds for the game? Stroll and Burger? Yes! I've been trying to do better, but only 2 are maxed. Crystal says, Athena Sykes. Quick said, anyway, I'm about to post our current counters here for the reminders. Mantis death counter, 5. Game over, 3. Bat, 6. Oh boy. Crystal says, Repo, let's go. Oak says, I've not yet played Lethal Company. Quick said, imagine if Logan forgot to unmute and he explained the whole thing mute. Would have been high quality content. Oak says, so true. Noobly said, watching stream on 160p is insane. You can't even tell what I am. I'm just a blur to you. Over on YouTube, Lizard says, scary enough when people who try the doorknobs when you're in the bathroom stall. Yes, that is a panic moment. Crystal says, hello, YouTube chat, and then posts the link tree. Thank you, Crystal. Lizard says, I got some cake in my back pockets, all right. But then if you sit on it, it turns into butt cake. Instead of, you want to bunt cake, not butt cake. Easy mistake to make. Quickgator said, Noobly, what? Your poor internet. I've never had to stoop that low. Noobly said, I live in the countryside. Quickgator says, pat. Odoomy says, hope you're having a good stream. How you doing, Odoomy? Good to see you here. Welcome. Quickgator said, Heisme. Wait, no! Don't you dare blame Heisme for anything. No, it's up to him. His job is to keep the dog bros alive. If anything happens to Fidelio, it is Heisme's then he will be a crybaby and a letter of dogs dying. Noobly says, best way to ensure the stream is stable for me. Quickgator said he's just a bat crybaby who cares about his dead son. Oak says, I think I just accidentally snorted a potato chip. Do you need a new potato chip? I got some of those. They're barbecue. Noobly says, don't put any more on Heisman. He's already dealing with enough. Oak said to Queen Katie, speaking of bad, someone in Celeste called an old lady an old bat. I almost made a Katie joke, but nobody would have understood. Oh. Where did I drop it? How could I lose a precious letter like that?
What if?
Perhaps he's referring to the letter we just received. Let's show it to him, but let's read it first. I want all the adult details.
I handed over the unopened love letter. Darn it, I wish it had changed to open. I should have checked in my inventory. Maybe we could have opened it.
You've really helped me out of a jam.
Oh, you found my letter for me? Oh, I'm so relieved. I can't thank you enough. It's a marriage proposal. I wrote it for a certain woman, but truth be told, perhaps it's best I forget about it.
What?
Wait, you're not gonna give her the letter? Why?
My family is newly of rank and supports Louise. She's a dancer at the opera and a follower of Sanctism. You see, don't you? As long as Forden and Louise are at odds, our marriage will never be allowed anyway. Oh, if only one of them could murder the other, then I'll be able to get married.
That's great.
I'm sorry, I rather went on too long. Truly, I'm grateful you returned it, so please take this as my thanks. Harold's Banner! Is that some type of an accessory? I dream of the day I can give her this letter. I hope she waits for me until that time comes. Let's see what that item is. Let's see if we try to equip it on Yufa. Huh?
How does it feel to be trapped in a box with only cheese?
I mean, the cheese is good. The rest of it is not so grand. It's very dark in the box. I wish you hadn't trapped me in that box, but the cheese was just too enticing. Oh, here we go, a Herald's Banner. And thank you for the 10 bits, I appreciate it. A mysterious banner that boosts the morale of those who stand in the front lines. Okay, I guess that's neat. But we never did find the costume closet. So where the heck is that? I mean, that seems like all the items to find. We knocked on all the doors, right? But somebody said a costume closet. Maybe one of the doors that we pounded on was actually the costume closet. We just didn't even realize it. But I guess we got items. So I think we're good. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other place to go. So I guess we'll go use the key and then we're gonna be out of here. Unless did we try these two final doors up on this side? It appears to be locked. And this one? Yeah. It appears to be locked. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's everything. Unless that's, okay. You know what, we're moving on. We are possibly missing out on something really cool, I guess. But I'm not seeing any other, yeah, no other doors. So let's go. Let's do this. Well, that was a delightful little diversion. I used the rear entrance key.
Yay!
It's open! We can finally proceed!
Ready?
This goes backstage where we should be able to reach the roof. Are you ready? Let's go! All right, let's take a peek inside first. Careful so we don't get caught. Wish there was a save point after doing all those errands. Quique says, wow, too bad I'm bad at Celeste. We're peering in.
Check this out.
Look at that curtain! It's green. We should be able to go backstage from there. And I guess it makes sense that there are guards? Not many of them, though. Should we just push through?
No.
It would be a great risk. If we draw attention here, we'll not shake it easily. You have a point. I wish we had a surefire plan for this.
What?
Ah, flustered monk, huh?
What?
Why is it so dark all of a sudden?
What's happening? What's wrong with the lights? Couldn't happen at a worse time. We can't have this ruining the Saints' Day festivities.
So apparently...
That takes care of that. Hey, thanks, Stroll, but you probably shouldn't have shouted that out for us to be able to hear.
What?
Stroll! So the lights?
I asked Hulkenberg to do it. They won't be in the dark forever, so get moving while you can.
That was a great help.
That was a great help, thank you.
Got it?
Once the exit route is secured, Hulkenberg and I will regroup with you. The rest is up to you, Mantis.
Let's go.
Let's sneak through while the lights are out. Follow me!
This is like elaborate, but doesn't really feel like a dungeon. Lesbian Wolf says, good night, everyone. Passing out early. Good night, Lesbian Wolf. Thank you for being here. Get a good rest. If you can't sleep, feel free to come back. Oh, it's Godot. Blah, 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 blah.
The future is uncertain.
I'm gonna have a big neck. All right, and the backstage passage lights are out.
That is...
Yes, it was just reported. We've already fixed the issue, but we can't figure out how it happened.
Neither a simple accident or...
I believe I charged you with the security of the venue. I presume everything is in order.
Rest assured, Your Eminence, I will have it investigated immediately. Me and my giant neck. Increase security! Call in the reserves too! We can't be too careful! Not even the rats get through!
Yes.
Yes, sir, as you wish. Hi, Batlin.
Grief.
Is Batlin gonna help us assassinate Luis? Oh, there's
It's getting a bit thick back here. The bigwigs seem to have a lot on their hands keeping order.
Now then.
Well, I suppose that's my cue.
He's gonna help us. He's our friend now. Weekady says, oh, hey, on the bright side, if something happens, at least Vero's not here. There is no bright side to Vero not being here. Said we all remember their personal vow. If Fidelio dies, oh yeah, said a big wasted on their icon. So if Fidelio does die, do we want to, like, not tell Vero? Or if Fidelio survives, do we want to tell Vero that Fidelio died? Oak said, on the dark side, Vero is not here. Nubly said, what's the vow? To change the icon to have wasted on it. And now, at long last, we've come to the highlight of the festival. The dedication ceremony for the divine relics will begin very soon.
Take a look.
Gathered here are the only competitors fierce enough to have survived the first round and gotten their hands on a relic.
At last.
I hear cheering. Sounds like it's getting underway. They'll probably have some official do a preamble for a while. Then they'll start the actual dedication. Juna's set to sing after that. We'll need to be on the chandelier by then.
A sec?
If we get into any fights, they'll target Yufa first since you're protected by the royal magic. Make sure you keep an eye on her, Mantis.
Oh crap, it's an escort mission.
We have to be smart about this. The plan won't work without you or Yufa.
Let's hurry.
Hey, glowy thing. Crap, but it's even like Resident Evil style cameras. All right, let's go get that. No. Uchronia gold coin. Yay. Oh, there's the dogs. Can we use face sight to see what levels they are?
No way.
What?
Look, they have guard dogs backstage. Security looks pretty tight.
Okay, so I guess we gotta just jump down there and kill the dogs? What do you mean it's all clear? There's tons of dogs and guards over there. Jump down. Anyway, oh wait, what that? Nom. Dogs die. Hey, guards up there. Hope you don't mind them killing your dogs. Is this cool with you, guards?
Does it seem?
I think you're okay with it.
If it's useful, I say grab
Notice no kicking is being done, Weedle. This is how you kill dogs without kicking. And all right, so that went well, and I think Yufa even like leveled up something. So, oh, there's another item over there. So we got to kill these guys who want their items. Hi.
Oh, someone's back here! Aren't you that elder candidate?
Oh, we got caught right away. Now we've got no choice but to force our way through.
It must have been you who cut the lights. Dogs of Luis! You won't wreck Saint's Day on my watch! Careful, the royal magic protects him, but he'll surrender if we kill his allies! Aim for the Mustari girl!
Watch out.
So we're doing it this way. If Yufa falls, the mission fails. Be careful.
Oh crap, that's gonna be a game over. I can't just heal her. I have healing items. Well, let's
Give me strength.
I guess let's just kill these guys. Summon Eagle Lion. This is gonna use up a lot of MP on the way there, isn't it?
It is your turn.
And
I will fight with pride.
okay, what do I got that can attack multiple people? Oh, that's heavy to all. Oh, but that's a lot of MP. Let's just do Void Wave. That's like a little bit over half. Maybe this will be enough to kill one of these guys off.
Wind.
Wind.
Let's do this.
That was amazing.
It was amazing that I killed a man. Yufa, this is not.
Yufa's guard is down.
Okay, why don't you just smack him, Yufa?
I must do this.
Oh, he resists that.
Still happen.
Okay, Void Wave.
Scour.
Scour. See, there was Jude's raid earlier. I see. Oh, wait, no, I skipped ahead a little bit. Quick said they plan to put a big wasted stamp on their Fidelio icon, and I drew for them a while ago. Oak said Nubly they'll put wasted in text big top there. PFP. Forever was it forever? Nubly says, oh. And there was a raid, so I read a bunch of this stuff in the raid, so I can scroll down a little bit. There we go. All right. Yay. Killed some dudes. Jude says, Queen Katie says, salute, good luck. There's some dark stuff in some of those endings. Jude says, I'm sure. If there are some trigger warnings about content to explore, I probs won't do them. Okay, is there anything we can top her off with? I don't want to use items, but crap, Hulkenberg skills are the ones I usually use. Mantis, well, no, I think Yufa has, like, weak healing as one of her inherited skills. Top off, everybody. Let's get this item. Oh.
Let's take
Oh, there's treasure chest.
We may yet find a use for it.
Open treasure chest.
How exciting.
An emerald. Just consider selling it. Let's see. Oak said Veal is turning 17 days old yesterday, which is weird because he was like 6 days old just 4 days ago. Yes, Logan. Man, am I thirsty. BRB gonna grab some good water to drink, says Queen Katie. Thank you so much, Queen Katie. Get some good water. Oak said, you would be so alluring if you were severe. Okay, so I apparently need to look severe from the sounds of things. There's more dogs up here. Gonna have to jump down to those dogs. The path splits here, but both ways appear to go upward. So I guess, I mean, going through the dogs is gonna be probably quicker and easier. We can always come back down on the other side and murder those two guards from behind. Hopefully they won't see us. Hey everybody! Time to die, dogs! Crap, well, one of the dogs bit me. I didn't even notice that. Now I need some healing. Darn it! I should pay more attention to what I'm doing. Yufa! Heal me, Goyle! Alright, let's climb up here. And, oh, they lead to different stairs? But I want to get all the items. So I can't do both, apparently. Well, gosh darn it. Okay, I guess those humans get to live over there. Any items? It's just people. Okay, well, let's keep going. I hear so much snarling. There sure are a lot of ladders. Which one should we climb? The one that has the item. Where are we? So if we hop down there, there's also going to be an item. And then, we'll just kill a bunch of peeps. Hi. And nom. And there's that guy.
Time for some close.
Okay, so now, we'll just get all these items, and then we're gonna be good. First, there's a treasure chest.
That should do it.
Yeah. Treasure chest. Yay! I gotta read some more of the chat because I'm behind. Queen Katie says, I'd quote, would I be alluring if I was severe? Oak said to Queen Katie, couldn't be me. I got Dr. Pepper instead. Crystal adds the quote. So do we want to keep going up, though? I want to get the other item, too. What if this takes me up too far? Can't have that. It looks like the one to the left has an item on the second level up. I hate these branched paths that we can't see where we're supposed to go. There we go. Okay, so that one stops there. And, wait. So that stops there, but then this one. Okay, so, but the two dudes are guarding a treasure chest, so we gotta kill them for their treasure. No, just let me slash them!
What do you think you're doing?
Don't go into turn-based combat! What poor excuses for intruders! You wandered right up to us! Never thought I'd see the day! So, he's protected by the royal magic, remember? No matter! Master Godot will still appreciate us bringing him in alive. Oh, yeah! Thank you, Atlantic. Does that mean Vero is here? Is Vero here? It seems you leave us no choice but to fight. I am sorry, but we will not lose. We will murder you. Crap, how are we already an hour into stream? We haven't even gotten to the cutscene stuff. Such bluster from a pagan wench. You get the honor of being killed first, then. Thank you, Atlantic. Let's see. Oak says, Crystal. Quicket says, back with water. Crystal. Imanberg Navy says, gotta go see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming in the raid. Chris said he missed it. Oak says, dives. Quickity salutes. Oak says, oh wow, that's a lot of yummy. Quickity said, I think we're only missing Vero now. Quickity said, maybe Tiff, I guess. Oak said, pull up Vero and Tiff. Okay.
I will usher you to his side.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to kill both of you guys then.
Now.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Wait, how come one of them resisted? Oh, he's a mage monk and then a spear monk. These are two different dudes.
Soul hacker.
So, wait. One of them's weak against one of these? Oh, he's weak. Wait, why do I know his weaknesses? Okay, well, let's, it'll give me another turn, I guess. Let's just freeze him.
Ice.
Knock him down. Ice!
Stay sharp.
Even my strength will be needed.
And then, so do we know what this guy is weak against then? Analyze?
They're pretty tough.
Okay, he's strong against wind, so won't do that. But let's try smacking him.
It is over.
Oh, it's weak against smackage. We just gotta smack him.
I won't lose.
Sorry, still got that nasty lingering cough. Okay, let's try smack you. Oh, it's not weekends, that kind of smackage, but this type of smackage.
We can do this.
Okay, what else is this dude gonna be weak against? Do I have any smackage? Adventurer's Curiosity. No, let's just set him on fire, I guess.
Burn!
Burn! He resists it. That's okay, we'll kill him the next turn. Mage score! And smack.
It is over.
Let's see. Tiff said, oh wow, Tiff popped in quick, said Queen Katie, and OQ called. Queen Katie said, I'll do a spell in their place, I guess. Fidelio, stay safe. Please stay safe. Safe for your brother. Crystal says, I'm here just doing assignments. Don't worry, Chad, I don't have class till 3 p.m., which is 2 hours after the 3-hour mark. Yay. We're learning about time zone differences. Oak says, Tiff. Queen Katie says, oh, hey, Tiff. Oak said, is actress getting naked in there? Actress was. Let's open this. Tiff says, y'all thought I would miss tonight's stream? Nah, that sounds like something important's gonna happen. An ornate cloak donned by nobles during trips to the theater. That sounds like something maybe Yufa could wear, maybe?
What now?
Let's equip her with a robe instead of a full moon robe. Well, that's all stats plus 3. Oh, so this is worse though. I'm magic is 6. But yeah, she's gonna keep the robe that she has on. But once again, you gotta heal yourself, girl.
What now?
I don't like how they're forcing us to go into actual combat, because when that happens, it means that we have to like use up our MP. Okay, so let's try this one again.
Hi, smile.
Oh, there's no boo. Okay, thank you so much for the there's the boo. Hey, oh, did I miss a treasure chest down on the bottom floor? Thank you so much for the boo. That was a long pause, but thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. I just realized I missed this treasure chest here. I just saw it on the mini-map. But thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I should check over on YouTube again. Crystal was saying, simple solution, take the cake out before sitting down. Loser says, battling cute item boys. Ooh, a pocket heater. Don't combine this with your pocket cake. Your cake will melt or go bad or something. A portable device that generates a comforting warmth. Okay, so now, which way did we want to go up?
You can auto heal FYI.
I know, but I think that it still uses MP though, right? I'm just trying to, what I'm concerned about is running out of MP and or running out of items. But thank you very much for the heads up there. I appreciate that, Noobly. Okay, so that jumps down there in front of those guys. What happens if we go to the other side? Because there's another one that goes all the way up. And can we also look up this way? Okay, so that... I am so confused. I wish that I had more camera control in here. So this one should take us all the way to the top as well. Sorry this is taking me so long to get to where our dog friend is probably gonna die. I mean, to be fair, we are attempting to do an assassination. That is a dangerous activity. Okay, so this is a dog side. That's where we'll want to be, because we want to kill dogs. Because then we don't have to go into turn-based combat. Was there any items over there? Or is it just 2 dudes? It's just 2 dudes. Oh, dudes aren't items, because I don't objectify dudes. And then just 2 more dudes over here. This has got to be like the final area. We've climbed up so many... Oh, and there's another ladder there. Is that to climb down? Maybe we can attack the dudes from behind? What? Oh, there's 3 of them. What the? Where'd you come from? Did you defeat the guards below?
Sorry, we don't have time. Let us through, or we'll make you dead is what we're gonna make you.
Take not one step further. The Theocracy's monk army will be respected. The Elder is a candidate. He will be shielded by the royal magic, so aim for the Mustari girl first.
We've come too far to fail here. Let's go, Miatas!
Parallelogram. Okay, so who is what kind of thing? Weak to ice, weak to fire, and weak to smacking. So let's try and be smart. And she's gonna smack ones that are, is it just one? Yeah. So she's gonna smack you.
We shall sweep
Smack you!
I will usher you.
And then you're gonna use ice on one of these dudes, and then we're just gonna give it some extra turns.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. And then smack you.
It is
I'm gonna
over.
smack you again. Smack.
I will usher you to
And then you're
his
gonna
side.
use ice again, and that'll kill this guy.
Let's finish this.
Yay! I gotta read some more in the chat. Let's see. Oh, it said, no, Logan, don't cheat at chess. But what else am I supposed to do with that string of beads? Crap, she's dying. She is dying rather badly at the moment. So let's have you then do this on resist one of them, but it'll take quite a bit down on the other guy. And we might have to do some healing. Actually, maybe I should have had you just do a smack so we could do a heal and then get an extra turn after that. That's what I should have done. I am not good at video games.
The freak I won't hold
And you're gonna do some healing? I mean, it's all allies, but she's one of our allies. Oak said, what would Edgeworth think when he says Edgeworth mention? Oak said, also, Katie, I have to ask, what do you think of Batman being a bat-based superhero? Oak said to Wendy, Wendy says hi, Oak.
Yupa's guard is down.
Okay, so now we'll do this the smart way.
We shall sweep.
We'll do a smack.
Yupa hit their weakness.
And then this will allow us to do the healing. And then we'll get back to Yufa, and she'll do the summon Eagle Eye, and that'll kill one guy, and then we'll only have one left to deal with, and it'll be, I think, better. Okay.
It is your turn.
Let's see, Crystal doing the shout-out for Wendy earlier. Oak says, thoughts on One Peak when he said, sorry, I'm late. I was playing Repo with friends. I was just saying earlier that I've got that now. So I can play that. We should do like a community game night or something. Quickita says, ironically, my superhero crush as a kid was Superman instead, but then I fell in love with Robin from Teen Titans, which led to Batman, so yeah. Do you allow Robin from Teen Titans to have any, to like have a romance with like Starfire or anything like that? When he says hi, Tiz says, hey Wendy. When he says, I want to try and beat it tonight. I'm in the final stretch. Quickita said, speaking of Edgeworth, by the way, I finally beat the final mine chest in the game. I would semi-burn it though, but I'm just glad I'm done with it all. When he says, my goal is to be caught up to you by Sunday so I can tune in for the stream. I think that's totally doable.
Yeah.
That takes care of all the guards. Let's head for the roof.
Oh, I don't even get to go back down that other ladder and see. Okay, Gallica, you're the boss. You're my wife. We do what you say. Oak said there were so many good clips from last AA stream. Oh. Okay, so... Oh, hang on. No, Heisme! Where's Heisme? You're supposed to distract them, Heisme! Fidelio gonna die.
Well, now this is unbelievable!
Just to
Sanctifex Forden's relic appears to be a colossal chalice!
So to recap, I think there's a couple of different possibilities that can happen here. I think the most likely thing is we're going to attack Luis. We're going to send that spear toward him. And that, actually, no, I think I was originally going to say that Fidelio will dive in front and sacrifice himself for Luis. I don't think he's going to do that anymore. I think that at some point, Luis or Forden or somebody is going to attack us, and Fidelio is going to sacrifice himself to save us. We're probably going to... Oh, you know what? We're going to attack Luis. Luis is going to somehow, like, Jedi mind pull Forden up in front, get in front. It'll kill Forden, and then Luis will be like, my problem solved. Everybody's going to go, we got to kill this guy. He just killed Forden. It'll probably be like Godot or somebody. He'll be, like, about to kill us. And then Fidelio will jump in the way. It's like, no, these are my friends now. I've learned the power of friendship. Dead. And then everything will be really sad. That is my guess. That is what is going to happen. Okay, so the relic is a colossal chalice.
I'm told it's believed to be an ancient artifact called a Holy Grail. Truly, a relic to put all others to shame.
If it looks familiar, you probably saw it in the center of a large red panopticon one time, controlling a whole bunch of people and their desires and everything. And then the Phantom Steves came in. I still like calling him Phantom Steve. The Phantom Thieves came in and took care of it. And that guy, he speaks, he doesn't do a good Igor impression, this chalice, but I mean, you buy into it though, regardless. Is that, because that looks like it too, that looks very similar to the Holy Grail. So, Persona 5 reference.
The pagans looted this from the church's vaults in antiquity. God, in his omniscience, is said to have imbued it with his essence, giving it the power to make wishes come true.
That's not what the Holy Grail... Okay. So, yeah, to make wishes come true. The power of your hearts, or whatever the crap it was in Persona 5.
And how did such a glorious relic come into your hands?
I stole it.
We simply preached his holy works and spread the teachings. Mutual dialogue is what one say.
Wow. Thank you very much for the Seekers. Redeem Queen Katie. Oh, okay. Are we done? Have we got that out of our system? Fidelio's gonna die, you guys. I don't want Fidelio to die, but Fidelio's gonna die. I'm really worried about Fidelio.
Through guided prayer, anyone can be saved. and we may see God's blessing in all things.
See, the reason why this guy is evil is not because he obviously killed a bunch of pagans to get this giant cup. It's because now he's lying about it.
Just incredible. But if anyone could do it, it's Sanctifex Forden.
I think it's obvious who the winner is.
Intellectual spectator, it's obvious who the winner is. I am from the fantasy land Germany.
I suppose that marks His Eminence Forden as the sole winner.
Forden is the sole winner.
No other relic could compete.
No other relic. Why are we suddenly getting... We've had, like, people who are British and Irish and Scottish. Now we're suddenly getting German people.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sanctifex Forden.
I bring news. I got some important news I gotta tell you. My head looks like a bullet. I just realized this, and I don't feel good about it. People making fun of me, so I'm going home early. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, Forden was last to present? That's not right. We've not seen Luis yet, or the island team.
Is there an issue?
Yes, the Germans are okay with us moving on.
No. I think we're finally having a show end without incident. After all, these were originally Sanctus relics anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go so bad. I don't know how Luis is gonna get Forden up there, or maybe he won't, like, pull Forden the way. Maybe he'll deflect our spear. He's gonna use our attack to kill Forden. He's gonna survive. It's gonna probably Godot, because they've showed him. He's Chekhov's Godot is gonna try and kill us. And Fidelio's gonna die saving us. It's not too late to call Vero in, so Vero can see Fidelio probably die. Oh, look!
Well,
look at these other relics.
It looks like that's all the divine relics our candidates found across the land. The top-ranking faces will be announced during tomorrow's festivities.
It's the piggy bank boss from Persona 5 as well. It's like that looks like the same proportions. What is this thing over here? Looks like a little robot dude, but I can't quite tell. But that's totally the piggy bank. Was it Kaneshiro? Was that the right one? I get a couple of the boss's names mixed up from in the middle of it. Was it Kaneshiro? Yeah.
And now, it is my distinct honor to present a one-act opera for a Saint's Eve to remember.
Okay, this is it. No turning back. Are you guys ready? Are you holding hands? Our dog is going to die. Let me read a couple comments in the chat. Quick said, speaking of Edgeworth, by the way, I finally beat the... Oh, I read that. Oak says, there were so many good clips. I already read that. Queen Katie says, I can't wait for you to start case 4, just so you can finally see what the funny spoiler clip I had for it, lol. Oak says, I've been catching back up to the One Piece anime because I haven't seen Egghead in the anime yet, just the manga, and it's so peak. When he said to Queen Katie, let's go, I'm so excited. I've been on case 3 for ages. I'm ready to get out of this case laughing. It's a good case. I think it feels so long because it's really 2 cases in one. Oak says, everything about the One Piece anime right now is amazing, except they keep whitewashing people. Why is Usopp so pale? What he says, oh my gosh, Oak, did you see the One Piece thing at Universal Studios Hollywood? Oh, I saw that! Like, with the costumes and everything, looks so good. Oak said, what do they do to my goat Kuma? I don't think so. What happened? What he said to Oak, they had like the characters walking around and stuff for like a meet and greet. It was so cute, not gonna lie. Oak says, whoa! What he said, the Usopp was perfect. I'll have to send you a video. Ooh, like all 3 of the, I saw Usopp, Nami, and Sanji, and they all look great. Over on YouTube, Lizard is saying, yeah, Piggytron! That's what it was, Piggytron. I still can't tell what this thing is, but that's probably from some other Atlas game. All right, let's keep going.
Please, join me in welcoming the diva herself, Juna, for a performance of the opera's opening piece. Ladies and gents, enjoy!
It's gonna go so bad. I hope you all appreciated Fidelio while you could, and gave him head pats and scratches behind the ear, because there's no way he's surviving this. Woo!
Well, Luis, rumor has it you found yourself quite a relic. Then why are you so reluctant to present it?
Why? Yeah, why is he? Once again, I'm guessing he's going to use our attack on him to kill Forden. And maybe he just doesn't want to present a fake one when the real one is going to be used and he knows it's going to be real, because then it'll be an embarrassment later. It's like, I thought it was the real one. Oh, aren't I dumb?
No matter. The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now. Victory is mine.
I feel like you never see good guys in anime sitting like that. Or like that. Like, that's a bad guy thing. Or maybe Seto Kaiba. But he's like a rival. Bad guy or rival character. Okay, so let's climb on the chandelier. The chandelier. Let's see. Quickita said, yay, loaf of light. Oh.
We made it to the roof, Phew, just in time.
Let's hurry.
We can get down to the chandelier from that building. Hurry!
Finally.
It's time. Let's make sure that we're topped up on because I don't know if we're gonna have to go into a fight after this. So why don't you just use for your MP and just top yourself up? There we go. Zigzag serpentine. They can't catch us if we run like this. They probably got snipers. Oh, come on, Yufa. What's over this way? There's nothing. What's over this way? Why'd they even have us do that? There was like nothing there to do. Oak says, also, Wendy, I need to mention that as someone who knows what Nora looks like, she literally looks like a tiny clone of you. So you have a clone.
Onto that massive chandelier hanging from the ceiling.
Says, do you have a clone? And if so, it's Nora. Quickita said, is it my love letter to Loveless? Crystal says, I miss Vero. Quickita said, me too. I do too. Tiff with a hydrate command. Thank you very much, Tiff. Are you guys ready? You guys ready?
We're here! I think we can get down onto that massive chandelier hanging from the ceiling.
Our escape route is secure. We should be able to flee undetected.
Well, you guys still just stay out here for reasons.
Good. Everything's going according to plan so far.
Not really. Highsmay's supposed to distract the dogs, and I saw them down there watching the opera. Even a fuzzy bat boy can't keep two dogs away from the opera singer they have crushes on.
But time's running out. From here on, it's all up to him.
And Yufa. I mean, she's helping. She's doing most of it. I'm just aiming.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's finally time to end this.
Gallica, this does not feel like the end of the game. I still have so many follower bonds I have not maxed out yet. Gallica, this is going to go so bad. This is going to go so bad. Somebody's going to die. Fidelio's going to die. Fidelio's going to die. Gallica, don't you love Fidelio? Don't you like dogs? I feel like you're more of a cat person, but you still enjoy dogs. Tiff says, everyone drink water now. Quickita said, if I had just a little more points, I'd redeem Seekers for Vero. Quickita said, don't worry, Tiff. I'm ahead of you. Oh! This is going to go so badly.
The song is about to start.
From my fingertip flies a butterfly. How it pines for the moon up.
Oh, I've heard this one. This one is Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Fire calls its name.
But he ripped it off from Puccini, so.
Burning as free as it can be.
Time to kill a guy. That guy.
Out there, deep and dark in the valley mid.
Focus. You only get one shot at this.
Well, I mean, the game one shot. I technically got a second. Okay. It's gonna go so bad. It's gonna go so bad.
What I can't control. I can't close my eyes to the sunrise.
Oh, my eyes are getting blurry. Oh, blurry eyes. I should have worn my glasses.
Fingers brush my neck with a reminder.
Hey, Luis, time to make you diss a spear. Does that work? No, I gotta have a better line right before I kill a guy. Is Protag having second thoughts? Why is my vision blurring like that?
Now!
Yeah! Whoa, it got him? No way it got him. This has got to be a fake out. No way. That is impossible.
We got him! Right?
Not a chance.
Hey, the lance! Hurry!
Hang on.
Just kill him already.
Okay, I'm trying to. Sorry, we should probably avoid too many other like TTS sound alerts because I gotta like click out of the game for this. I'm sorry, I'm like very caught in this, but I tried to. It took forever though. Dude was having second thoughts, but then his wife told him to do it, and so he did it. That's the power of having a good wife. She can convince you to commit an assassination. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate it. He's gonna like stand up and he's gonna be like holding onto it or something.
What's going on? Is there something blocking it?
I mean, I guess we really don't need it back.
Gentlemen, what an honor! That was our kingdom's lovely songstress, Juna. Moving right along.
It didn't work. Come back.
Well, but I mean, it hit. It looked like it hit him.
Hail.
Oh crap! We're going into combat. Strolls in his Yasugami High outfit. But there's no way Luis is dead. But I thought he was gonna like swap places with Forden or something like that. But Forden didn't. Okay. Is it done?
The lance should have hit him, but we can't get it back.
Taking that into account.
There's some sort of interference. Luis is doing, no doubt.
Ludicrous.
The lance struck true, yes. Is he slain or not? He should be dead. He might have missed. We can't be sure. I mean, he should be dead, but I'm going to say we can't be sure.
True.
It was certainly dark, and since the lance hasn't returned, we can't make a clear judgment. No use thinking on it now. We have done all we can.
Hey.
For the moment, at least, let's get out of here. The longer we stick around, the worse it'll be.
Hurry!
Okay, so we got a full party. It didn't let me choose. Let me make sure everybody's got some good gear, good equipment, and everything like that. Stroll, what are you? You're the samurai? I guess that's pretty good. Okay, what do you got, Hulkenberg? You're a paladin? I guess that's good enough. Okay. Something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. We're gonna get down there. Oh, that's Heismay! Heismay! Why don't you have the dogs? You're supposed to be down there with the dogs, Heismay.
Why do you dawdle? Did you get him?
Why did you not doggle? Did you protect them?
We do not know why, but the lance. Should we withdraw to retrieve it? Or make our escape?
I don't know. I should read some in the chat. This actually has not gone as poorly as I thought it was going to. I was like on the edge of my seat. I thought something really bad was going to happen. When he says, oh my gosh, Nora, am I mini-me? Crystal said, why does he keep missing the boo? This is the second time. I'm sorry. Oak said, Logan, did you get a haircut or something? I did like a week ago. I think you commented on it then and compared me to Larry Butts. Said your hair looks mighty clean today. Quickita said, 50-50. How are we this far already? Okay, so I'm a half hour behind. Oak says it's crispy. No way we're already 50 minutes into stream. I was expecting to only be like 20 minutes and 30 minutes and not 50 when he says, I'm going to lurk to finish third case of AAI2. Wish me luck, gang. You got this, Wendy. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you for the lurk. Quickita said, I think I'll do the same with the finale case. Attorney buddies. Oak says, should I continue my Hilda painting? Crystal says, maybe the reason Vera was near is because we don't have Grimlock/Jake. Grimlock is always here. Grimlock is always here, rip roar and raring to go. So Vero misses Grimlock. That is Vero's fault. Let's see. Guido says, plink. Quickita says, I think Robin and Starfire was one of my first ships. Aw, Quickita says, but we're cute. Quickita says, Paddlin. Oak says, why am I already sleeping, huh?
Did somebody say Grimlock?
Holy crap, it worked! It worked! Vero! Hi, Vero. Vero, we were just saying that Grimlock is here. Hi, Vero. Vero, Grimlock is here.
Me, Grimlock, miss Vero so much. Mwah. Me, Grimlock, a kisser.
That's a continuity error. In the movie, he said he's not a kisser, but he is a kisser. He's become a kisser. How you doing, Vero? Thank you for the 10 bits. The dogs are alive. So far, it did not go as poorly as I thought. We chucked the spear. It looked like it hit Luis, but the spear won't come back. So something's going wrong. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, Vero. How are you doing? Should we withdraw to receive it or make our escape? I mean, we only need the spear if we failed to kill him, because in theory, like, we would need that to try again, but I don't think we'd be able to use the same trick twice, right? So we should probably just try and escape?
Lost a lance.
Oh, Luis! Yeah, look,
it's this one.
He brought it back for us. Maybe Luis isn't such a bad guy after all. Thanks, Luis. Everybody say thank you, Mr. Luis. What, huh?
I'm so sorry for this, Puzzles. Puzzles told me to let you think that you summoned me, but Puzzles actually got here a few minutes ago. I'm so sorry, I just can't resist the urge to defy their orders.
How dare you?
Boo.
Ah! Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I thought that the timing was perfect, but apparently Vera was here all along. But thank you so much for the 10 bits and for your honesty, Oak. I value that above all else. Okay, so Luis has the lance.
At last your allegiance is laid bare. And if this lance wounded me, then I take it the one you provided me was a mere imitation.
Okay, so it actually did hit him, but he has more HP than we thought he has.
Thank you, Mr. Louis.
You see, because he's returning it back to us. I mean, I assume he's giving it back. I hope he gives it back. He'd be a jerk if he keeps it. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate it. And hope everybody else is saying thank you, Mr. Luis. Yeah, and up here the dogs are going to have to choose and Fidelio's going to die.
If you know what the lance is capable of, then surely you understand the situation. Your last hope is gone.
Yeah, the dogs are going to come up here and they're going to see us fighting. And Fidelio's going to dive in the way to save us. Vero, you're just in time. We're going to see Fidelio die. I don't want to see Fidelio die, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No.
But also we learned from Rella that as long as we aren't sneaky, we can, like, fight him up front.
Louis,
Yeah.
hey guys, I think you dropped this. It fell in my chest and kinda hurt, but there's no way you all would do that on purpose.
No, of course
right?
not. No, I just slipped. I'm like, whoops.
Right?
Oh. Yeah, right. Thank you for the 10 bits, Tiff.
Louis talks like he's from a Victorian novel.
It's probably because he's also a fan of the same novel that we have, and he just thinks that's how they speak. He's a bit of a book nerd. I think that Protag and Luis would probably enjoy a book club together, to be totally honest. But thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it.
It seems a shame to kill you, but I'm afraid you've gone too far. I have no intention of surrendering, nor of wavering in my conviction.
Can we choose to let the dog live and just have us die instead?
That being said, you truly have impressed me. I will allow you some final words, if you have any.
For my final words, I want to sing a love song to Gallica. Yeah. That's not a word, Mantis.
Say it.
Oh, I keep expecting her to say the name. Hi, Juna. I think you might gonna be getting killed too, but that was a really quick costume change you did. I'm glad you took the time to change your costume instead of rushing up right here soon enough to help us.
I see your performance has come to an end, Juna.
Yes, the performance of pretending to be your girlfriend, Louise.
Yes, the curtain falls. I'm no longer your songbird to keep caged.
So, you too stood with them.
Come on. He's ready to listen, so say it. You know there's something he needs to hear.
Is it we just gotta say I challenge you to a duel, and then if we do that, then we'll be able to hurt him too? Is that it? What are you saying, Juna? Like, pass me a note or something. Send me a text. Give me a clue. Juna is staring fiercely, prompting my words. The lance has fallen into Luis's hands. We no longer have a means to counter his attack. But there is still hope. If we're to even these odds, there's one thing I can say. I challenge you to a duel. You'll pay for the prince. Let us go. I was right. I challenge you to a duel. Let's did it duel. Ooh.
Luis, I challenge you to a duel.
Yay.
Ah, the very words I was waiting for. You really have done your research. In truth, I intended from the start to entertain such a challenge.
Well, I do have one other request. Can we keep dogs out of it? That's all.
I confess it's been a long time. Perhaps a real contest is what I've craved. This competition is little more than child's play.
Queen Katie, do you have your death counter ready? Queen Katie?
So be it. It has been a long time indeed since anyone drew my blood. I will end your life with my own hands.
Then it's to be a direct confrontation after all. As though it was fate all along.
I mean, does the rest of my party get to help? Can I get a formation of 4 people against you, Luis?
A duel makes the king's magic powerless, which means this trinket is no longer necessary.
I mean, we should probably return it to Virga Island. I think they like it. Oh, okay, or that. Or that's fine too. Oh.
Then state your name. How do you declare yourself?
Oh, crap. Fidelio's gonna come up here and he's gonna run and grab the lance and he's gonna try and stab Luis from behind. He's gonna it'll probably be a scripted fight. We won't be able to beat him. He'll have us pinned down and then Fidelio's gonna try and stab. And that's how Fidelio's gonna die. No, crap. It's Chekhov's Spear of Draco Dios. That's what's gonna happen. How do you declare yourself? He who will save the country, he who triumphs over evil, he who would be king in your stead. I'm gonna be he who would save this country.
I am the hero, the savior of this country.
The Mantis. I am the Mantis, the hero.
You would save it, would you? I hope that dream does not end in futility.
Crap.
My name is Luis Guiabern. I am the rightful king. He who will forge anew this unworthy country into a utopia.
Can I have a do-over? It was really cool the way you drew your sword as you said it. I want to draw my sword as I say it.
Attack in any number.
Oh.
Wield any weapons.
Oh.
But fight with your very lives. If you live by a creed,
it's wild to me that Louis' voice actor hasn't done much before this.
Oh, really?
He's so good. Maybe he was in theater.
I feel like that they, video games have been using a lot of new and unknown voice actors. I assume it's because the big voice actors strike and so they're having to resort to non-union talent and people who aren't established. I guess, but no, he does a really good job. I'm digging him. So yeah, maybe he's a theater boy. Maybe that's the problem. We mistook the fact that he's a theater kid for being evil. He's just a little overdramatic, putting curses on people and assassinations and things like that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. All right, let's do this. Do we get to choose our party? Oh boy, assemble your party. Okay, well. I think Heisme has his whole thing where he gets full experience now also. So that means we want both Juna and Yufa, unfortunately. So we'll probably want to take Hulkenberg out and put Juna in because this will allow us to have the most EXP, I think. Let's take a look. Juna, do you at least have something good? Do you have a good archetype with you? Maybe some good syntheses? Some good inherited? No, it's not really that good. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's just do this. We're gonna die. We're gonna die, everybody. We're gonna die. Oh, no, I want you in there. There we go.
He's not evil, he's just a theater kid.
Exactly! You see, that was the whole twist to his character. All this time before, we're like, I don't get him as a villain. What's his deal? He's a theater kid. That's all it is. He is a theater kid. But thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Maybe I should put in Heisme to steal stuff. I bet he has good. Oh, look! He even has blood in his armpit.
On the life of Louis Squeerburn is a folly most cannot afford.
I should have put in Heisme and then just tagged him out at some point. But let's see how difficult this is, and then if we're doing well enough, maybe later we'll tag in Heisme to try and steal some stuff. But yeah, Weedle saying plink. Queen Katie said, or rather from Queen Katie says, Batlin. Oak said, why am I already sleepy? Queen Katie said, I miss Vero. Oak says, me too. Queen Katie said, I wouldn't be surprised if that is actually a Persona 5 reference. Oh, I'm rich now. I'm about to do something in Vero's honor. Seeker's Command. Huh? What, huh?
As a former theater kids are so evil. What are you talking about?
Theater kids, I don't know what it was like in your school, but they were always so touchy with each other. And I've got a bubble of personal space. Maybe very uncomfortable, but thank you very much, Tiff, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay. Even Luis can't fight at full strength after that direct lance wound. Oh, so this will probably explain how that we'll be able to hold our own in this fight and then still have him be a threat as the final boss, right? Or, I don't even know if Luis is going to be the final boss. He'll probably be the second to final boss. Final boss will probably be the giant head in the sky or just a god again following Persona games.
We've come this far. Let's fight with all we have, Captain.
Ending you is my purpose. No, I'm gonna say your tyranny ends here.
Luis, I will make an end of you here.
I should expect no less by a duel's code. So be it. Allow me to even the score.
Is he gonna summon the dogs?
This is our mission. We'll see justice done.
Oh, and he's half dead. Okay, do we have any really good synthesis attacks? All enemies, one-time weakness to fire. Okay, yeah, her syntheses suck.
Behold this
so, that's a lot of MP, but we might as well just go all out. Just, all right, what are these good? Decreases one enemy's attack for 3. Maybe we should actually debuff him to start off. Let's do that. Let's try to play smart because we don't know what he's got up his very stylish sleeves. With
This may be your only chance to kill me.
okay, well let's see. You've got some good syntheses, right? Severe magic fire damage. I mean, extreme. Extreme's better than severe, right? Which is better? I don't know.
There's another way. Summoner.
But that's only heavy.
The situation is changing.
Yeah, let's do a synthesis right off the bat. And this will also decrease his attack even more for 3 turns.
We'll combine our strength.
Yeah, summon Eagle.
The freedom.
He's got a lot of hit points.
Soul hacker.
And then you're gonna do recovers MP for each hit. Okay, does that recover my MP or whose MP am I recovering?
Scour.
234. And then 192, so I got a little tiny bit there.
Bear witness.
Soul Cry, gain 2 turn icons, that's always bad. Royal Flash. Okay, not too bad.
Strike.
Royal Flash. Not too bad either.
Strike to kill.
Oh, and that is bad.
I strike.
I know, okay, stop striking. Okay, can you do some healing, bro? That's only weak HP recovery for all allies, but unless you have like a really good synthesis that you can do. Peerless Stone Cleaver, severe physical slash, extreme wind slash damage. Let's have you do. That's only weak though. So yeah, we'll wait until we get to Pro Tag. We'll just do no syntheses this turn. We'll have Pro Tag do some healing. Heavy physical electric damage to all enemies, even though there's only one. Unless that's, yeah, let's just do that anyway. Because we gotta see, I doubt he has any weakness.
The power of lightning.
And then just, yeah, keep going at him. You are gonna do some Crimson Flame.
Raging fire.
And, okay, yeah, there's some flowers. That's nice.
You hesitate.
A little bit. You're intimidating.
Give me strength.
Summon Eagle Lion. And this will lower the attack for 3 turns as well. Let's just keep his attack bottomed out. I gotta read some more in the chat. Quick, get it said I'm broke now. Yay! I have 50 points now. Noobly says boo forward in. We just said I'm going to be in Discord just vibing as I code some classwork. Quick, get it said I'm trying to summon Vero for Fidelio content. I'm so worried. I'm very worried about Fidelio.
We can do
Quick, get it said, but I think they're asleep. Oak said me too. Bumble says hello. Have we gotten any death flags yet? Death flags! Yes, we haven't died, but a lot of death flags. All for Fidelio though. So bad things are gonna happen to Fidelio.
I strike to kill.
Oh.
I strike
to kill. I mean, as long as he doesn't hit Yufa, we're fine. She's the one that seems to be weak against that stuff. So.
No holding back.
I mean, we're doing pretty good. We've got him down to about half of what his health was before.
Samurai.
So let's Thunderblade against Crow. I should have had Heisme.
This may be your only chance to kill me.
I'm gonna tag out Heisme and see if Heisme can do some stealing. How about that? How do we do? What menu is that? That's tactics / escape. Want to switch team members? Want to switch you for Heisme? I want to steal some stuff. Wait, is that all Heisme has? Archetype details. Oh, those are his synthesis attacks. But yeah, I just want to have him do some stealing. Heisme.
Ready.
I'm a little guy
I shall
here.
do my best. I can do this.
You were gonna do another Summon Eagle Lion.
Heed me.
And then Pro Tag is gonna do some healing again.
Soul hacker.
Medium for everybody.
Not out of this yet.
There we go.
That was helpful.
My thanks.
Much thanks.
And then
Now,
if I
what's the
pass
play?
my turn, we can go to Heisme and he can try and do some stealing.
Forward.
Forward. Let's try and steal from this guy.
Does it say what he has? If we L2 analyze him, because he's got to have something like really good and valuable. It's like a boss fight, and it'd be like, secret weapon if we steal from him, right? Steal! Oh, he's holding no rare items. Never mind, Heisme, get back out of here!
I strike
To kill. Let me read some more of the chat though. Let's see. Quicken said, I don't think so, but Logan's trying to jinx it. I forgot Juna has freaky hair. Oak said, paying very close attention now. Quicken said, apparently Beowulf can't be here tonight. Rip, no! We just said, how far is the puppy kicker in the game? It honestly feels maybe a little over halfway. I think, if I had to take a guess. Let's just do that there. Bobo says, does the rock protect from intent? What it does is it protects if you are like trying to be sneaky. Like if you sneak up on someone and do a little stabby from behind,
Let's stay calm.
then it protects. But if we challenge to a duel like this, then it's all is fair. It's totally okay.
By this power.
Just keep healing. I know you're the only one that's hurt, but let's just do that. Also, why is my attack and defense way down?
We can do this.
When he does that attack to kill, does that debuff us?
Thank you.
I should have been paying more attention to debuff stuff. Okay, let's have you do an attack. Thunderblade.
The power of
And then we will have Heismay tag back out and bring back in Juna, I guess, so that she'll be able to get more experience. Want to tag out Heismay for Juna.
The rest is up to you.
And that only takes like a half of a turn, right? Yeah, because then we're back over here. Summon Eagle Lion. And crap, this is using up like a buttload of her MP. But you know what? Yeah, we don't want to leave any for the trip back. We just got to use it all. Oh boy. I think we're doing okay, but I'm just so worried about Fidelio. Vera says, I'm up. Notice woke me up. Oak says, Vero, hey. Says Queen Katie. Oak says, yes. Queen Katie said, I knew my spam would work. Vera said, how did the style change? Oak says, woo. Queen Katie says, we think we killed Louise. Vera says, oh my gosh, timestamp 1:21:21. I'm only 20 minutes behind. I'm doing quite well. I should be paying attention to what he's doing, though. Okay, so that hurt a little bit. I do? Can I heal?
We're not out of this yet.
What?
That was helpful.
I owe you.
Lou, quick, take your clothes off. They are weighing you
I
down
shall
and
fight as the
restricting your
noble I am.
movement.
You're trying to give...
I strike to kill.
I strike to kill! You're trying to give him like a Dragon Ball Z Piccolo power-up. I mean, to be fair, his cape is very similar to Piccolo. They have very, very big shoulders, but thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate it, but don't try to help Luis, even if it's through the means of nudity.
No holding back.
Okay, any syntheses you can do that'll be doing a lot. Okay, that one can't even do. Extreme physical wind damage to all enemies. Severe physical slash damage to one enemy adds 1 turn icon on a killing blow. Well, we don't need to worry about getting a killing blow. See, but I mean, that'd be good. Juna has a lot, but that'd be using up 2 turns though. I mean, I guess we might as well. Let's do a severe physical slash damage. Let's try it.
If you would.
Peerless, don't have we seen this animation before?
You will taste justice.
Yeah. And ka-chow. Stop slashing the ground and hit the guy. Ooh, that was a lot.
I've got just the looks like you've got several ailments.
And then Juna, you still have a lot of stuff, so you'll just do Crimson. Is there anything else we can do to decrease one enemy? Maybe I should have debuffed his defense for 3 turns as well. His attack is way down, but yeah, let's do that.
Might sting.
Because I don't think there was enough to kill him on that turn, but we might be able to kill him this next turn. But then it's going to cut to a cutscene, and Fidelio's going to die. Fidelio's going to die.
I strike to kill.
Vera said, what about the siblings? The dogs, last time we saw, they were down watching the opera, so they are in the building. But Vera, I'm trying to remember, when you got here, was it in time when you saw that Luis, like, threw the spear behind him? And so it's just sitting there, just waiting for a little doggo boy with a backpack to pick it up and try and stab Luis to save us. And then Luis is going to turn around and kill him. And it's going to happen, and it's going to be so sad. Bumbo says, lag? Is it lagging? Oak says to Vero, currently okay, but Logan keeps trying to jinx it. Tiff says, the dogs are alive so far. Queen said, we saw them standing around. Logan kept jinxing them. I am just recognizing how bad the situation is. Oh, wow, I don't have much of anything, do I? Let's just... Increases one ally's attack for 3 turns. Okay, let's do that to, Actually, no, you're gonna tag out and just let everybody else have turns. Because you need to do some healing on everybody.
With healing power.
And then this will give us still like 3 attacks.
My thanks.
Thanks.
Or 2 if we do another synthesis, because that last time this one was really good. So let's do that. On, yeah, Peerless Stone Cleaver. There we go! We got him!
I underestimated you.
Yeah, you and your giant shoulders. If we go out of this fight, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a cutscene. Fidelio's gonna die. Is Vero here? Everybody hold Vero's hands, please, please. Vero said, "Okay, bad Logan. Fidelio lives another day. Thank goodness." Quigita said, because you guys are saying Hod with an H. Quigita said, also Vero, I did a Seekers in your honor. I am broke now. Quigita at the timestamp 1:23:23. And then a bunch of emotes from Tiff and Queen Katie, and Vera said to Queen Katie, your sacrifice is appreciated. Vera said, guys, let him think he just summoned me. I did for a second. I thought it was just really good timing. Okay. Results, yay.
to ever greater
Oh, look at all these wonderful level ups. I don't want to level up. I want Fidelio to be okay. Heroes Leaf of Light ×2.
Stronger.
Yay. Oh, and I've still got like a couple of points from my last level up that I never distributed. So let's go put these here and here. I've been focusing a lot on endurance lately. I think agility could probably boost up. That'll give me a better crit rate, right? So let's do that there. And, or maybe I should put it on magic. Stay on the offensive. Yeah. Let's do that. Confirm.
Excellent. I've grown more powerful.
Good for you, Heismay.
Tremble before me.
I don't want to tremble.
I've acquired a new power.
Good for you, Counter. Okay. We're just all partying. Oh, crap. It's animated. Yeah, Fidelio's gonna die. Fidelio's gonna die. The spear's behind Luis.
Lord Luis,
See!
do not interfere.
See! Crap. I told you. And Fidelio's gonna save us. No.
You falter even now.
See? Look at that. Yeah, oh, see? He was the first one to take a step. Oh, but they left the spear behind. Oh, she's gonna bring it. She's gonna summon it. Fidelio's gonna grab it. Oh, crap.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
What? Oh, hey! Oh, how about that? That's better than our dog getting killed.
A fine blow. You've surprised me. But why? Why are you so intent on killing me?
To break the curse on my childhood friend.
You of all people should know the answer.
I see now. You were the intruders looking for the formula, I take it. And yet, you have achieved nothing.
What, is gonna turn out that he didn't really cast the curse? Oh, he's just not dead. Whoa! Talk about dramatic. Thank you. Wait, is Luis actually dying? Whoa! That's got to be a fake out. He's going to do some, weird jutsu that swaps places with him and Forden, right? Hi, dogs.
Did we do it?
Fidelio didn't die. I was wrong. I was so certain about that, but I was wrong.
Lord Luis?
Hi. You guys want a treat? Huh?
Ding dong, the witch is dead, and the dogs aren't. We tricked you.
I was so worried. But thank you, Tiff. I am glad. It is a relief. I am still concerned about Fidelio. Maybe, they'll both just be our friends, and, because I do think that Basilio is going to join our party because he's got a weapon. Maybe Fidelio's just gonna hang back and, chill at the Gauntlet Runner with Nuris and be a non-party member friend, and he'll be fine. Oh, they're running.
At long last, 'tis done.
But he said it was for nothing. Bad guys never lie as they're dying.
We have brought him to justice. The great, untouchable traitor, Luis Guillaburn, is dead.
That Fidelio the good boy.
We should! He's got little fluffy little droopy ears with scratch behind the ears and everything. But then, if you do that, Basilio will get jealous. You gotta pet both of them, huh?
I had the wasted Fidelio image on the ready, bro. I'm so glad it was for nothing.
Okay, I would say hold on to that until this cutscene is totally done, because things could still go south. I was wrong with my guess. But this is obviously a fake out, because there's no way that the game is just over. But thank you, Noobly. Thank you, Vero. I hope he doesn't go down there. And Fidelio's like, Lord Luis, are you okay? And then Luis is like, I will siphon your life. And then he's like, it turns into a dog skeleton. And then Luis is like, I'm still alive. Bet you didn't know I could do that, fools.
Apologies. Things fell apart at the end, and I wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah, how dare you catch me as I was falling? That would have been really cool if we both fell.
Even so, the outcome is the same. We could not have triumphed without everyone here.
Wait! It's good that we got him and all, but the lance.
Oh yeah, just like summon it back up, just splorch it back out of his body and grab it, and because I guess Protag's Protag's fingerprints won't be on it. He's wearing gloves. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, it went down with him. This looks dire. He's fallen in the middle of the stage.
I mean, to be fair, we like declared a duel, so this is like legal. Well, we did, right?
If Forden spies Luis's body run through with a lance, he'll realize its power in an instant.
Even should we save the prince, we'll regret it if Forden ends up with the lance. Yufa, can you call it up?
No, too late for that. It's already in the middle of the crowd. If we call it up and take it with no explanation, everyone will think us thieves.
Then what do you propose?
I don't know. Marriage
First,
to Gallica?
We need to establish that the lance is ours. Our offering for the ceremony. We'll have to take the stage and announce that ourselves.
Okay, so we'll say that this is our way of showing it, was we challenged him to a duel, and so it wasn't the lance that was special, it's just that it was a duel, and that's why we were able to kill him?
Please wait. Do we reveal that we are the ones who slew Luis? Can we afford to declare that openly? We'd be telling your supporters you deceived them and your master both.
She's right. The audience has no idea what's going on. We'll just look like the bad guys.
I mean, to be fair, we have been plotting to murder a guy this whole game.
It's okay. We set out to kill Luis, and the deed is done. Our only failure is in the spectacle we made of it.
Oh, I see Lizard over on YouTube is saying, woo! Was that woo for that we got Luis? Let me read a few more comments in the Twitch chat as well. Vera says, he's so nice. Thank you for bringing it back. Bubba said, thanks, Luis. Vera says, meanie. Quickita said, Oak, no. To our favorite knight. How could you? Oak says, I'm sorry. Oak said, Vero should have said, make sure to tell Logan I've been here and I would have done the opposite and stayed quiet. Vera said, laughing, but then Katie would have told him. Oak said to Vero, does she have bits though? Quickita said, wait, how? I'm broke in all ways. And Vera says, laughing, fair hand. Quickita says, hey, Juna, please tell me you're pretending to be a bad guy too. Oh, never mind. Oak says, Luis, show me your... You're asking Luis to show him your... Or not show him, for him to show you his boobs. Quickita said, imagine if Luis actually did have feelings for Juna. Weedle said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oak said, take off your shirt, Luis. Vera said, girl. Oak said, get naked. Quickita said, I have it. I have the counter. Oak said, Luis, I have one request for you. I think I can tell what it's going to be, but okay, so that went well. Nobody died. Oh, and I see a couple little hearts and smiley faces over on YouTube. I don't know how, to tell where that's coming from, but thank you, whoever's doing that over there.
For now, we need to think of a way to get the audience to see our side.
You want to win their sympathy? What are you even planning to say?
That Luis attacked us and challenged us to a duel and we defeated him?
I don't know. But we have to get on stage, now. If we don't explain ourselves fast, we'll never get a chance to.
Wait a minute! Hey!
Okay, so we'll get some dialogue options. Let's see if we can screw this up. Quickita said, remember, we're only looking for Mantis and Bat deaths. Any other party member do not count. Whoop. So is he actually dead, though? 'Cause that's a lot of blood.
I know that face. Was that Luis? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
He can't be.
Allow me.
Oh, that's the guy that we saw them. Oh, crap. It's a fake Luis. This is the real Luis. That's the guy that we saw before. Luis was talking to someone in a little cloaked hood. And I was assuming at the time that it was maybe Rella and she betrayed us, but that's going to be the real Luis in the hood. And this guy was like a body double or a stand-in or an identical twin or something like that. Or maybe he split his body up into two people. Oh crap, no, Fidelio, get out of here, you're going to die.
No.
Fidelio, go somewhere where it's safe. You're going to die.
He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
Oh, a pin message. I see this is pin by Vera, written by Queen Katie, said, when we walk into the stage, oh no, oh Lord Luis, oh someone killed our boss. When we were about to present our lance, and we're like, oh boo-hoo. That's what we should do with exactly that intonation. Everyone will believe it. There's no flaw to this plan. Thank you very much for the suggestion, Queen Katie, for pinning that Vero.
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
Yeah, it says Forden's aid, but no, this is Luis's man.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Unless, do you suppose the necromancer from the first chapter, he survived and he's just gonna like reanimate Luis, and that's him? Because he's got that same accent.
Luis? Dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
Well, there's a real easy way for you to test this out, Forden. Just stab Godot right there. Or us. Or us. Yeah.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
It is as you say. Wow! ...
It was Grius again, y'all. That's not Louis.
So it's just gonna be Grius again. We just keep killing Grius over and over again. He body swapped with Grius again. Thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. Well is too wishy-washy. I mean, even though we need to like clear things up, I think we have to project that we are being upfront and honest about it. So yes, it is as you say.
Yes.
Yes, it is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
We were doing a duel, and someone put like the dark duel discs on the glass. It was like that one Yu-Gi-Oh duel where they were on top of the building and it was gonna break, and we thought it would just send him to the Shadow Realm, but it turned out that was just for kids censorship.
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness.
Okay, so a couple things here. First of all, I guess we're just being very honest. We're telling the truth. Also, look at this. His character portrait has a little hand. Have we ever seen him like gesturing with a little hand like that in his portrait? That's neat.
Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and Kingslayer both.
I mean, that was kind of a jerk move to just say, by the way, she's part of the group as well. You know, maybe she wanted to distance herself from this.
And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
You know, it'd be really cool if it stayed on this shot and the blurry Luis in the background just suddenly like sits up and stands up and starts walking towards Stroll as he's talking.
I had not realized you were such an actor.
He's telling the truth, lady.
Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
This is gonna go bad. There's no way that we succeeded. Hey, 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 hey.
Let's have a little composure.
Hi, Batlin.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
Ah, they called us brave. Maybe they do like us. Apparently, honesty is the best policy. Chat, that is a lesson I hope you take from this game. If you ever murder somebody, just like be honest about it afterward, and everybody will be like, you know, that took a lot of bravery.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis.
Okay, so Forden doesn't seem mad at us, so maybe he's going to assume that we're going to drop out of the competition or something like that?
You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
And he's keeping the relic. Okay, yeah, I thought this cutscene was going to go a lot worse for us than it has.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumph today. In form and heart, you are a true knight.
I know.
Why is everyone so chill about this?
Okay, I mean, that's a good question. I do feel like, to be fair, Luis has done a lot of like terrorism type of stuff. Remember what he did at Grand Trad when he like brought in that human corpse and it came alive and it did? He's done like a lot of bad stuff. And so I do feel like this is kind of like if you had some sort of international election and Osama bin Laden was like one of the people in running and was second most popular, and then somebody killed him and it's like, oh, well, that problem just solves itself. I do think it's interesting though that Forden, I mean, he's kind of a bad guy, but at the same time, he's like less bad than Luis, so it's nice that he's, I guess, taking this in stride. Huh?
God, I want to punch Forden so much. I hate him so much.
I do, but at the same time, like, this is manageable, what he's doing here. And in a way that kind of makes him worse because he's like being really slimy about it. But thank you very much for the 2 sets of 10 bits. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, something's gonna happen. Again, the question is, will it be at the end of this cutscene, or will we all go back and then tomorrow wake up and then the bad stuff is gonna happen?
Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now.
Stab you with it later.
A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Huh?
I'd like to share this with you all. I can no longer see the word Eminence normally because one time me and my friend were playing AH6 and we were voicing characters and I, by accident, read Eminence as Eminem, the rapper, and then started making her read her lines as rap verses and I had
to share this image with you all. Well, thank you very much first for the 10 bits, also for the image, Vero. So that's what he's saying. So whatever we're talking about is like, you know what, if they did a live action movie, maybe Forden should be played by Eminem. He's done like a movie before, right? Wasn't it the Long Mile or something like that? I don't know, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you never tried to make me rap stuff. I feel like I wouldn't be good at rapping. But thank you for the 10 bits.
Yes, as you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
From the stage or from the competition? Yeah, like that went frighteningly well.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or 3.
Well, I mean, I guess you guys need a new home. Wanna come live with us? Oh, are we gonna go up? Oh, wow, we're 5th place now. I finally defeated my arch nemesis, Luis. This should break the prince's curse. Oh yeah, do we have we got a little smartphone thing. We should be able to check in on him, right? And there was like an old man Eugene in there with him, and we should be able to see if he's okay. But again, Luis was like, too bad it was all for nothing. He probably swapped places with somebody. Either that or it wasn't the real one who set the curse in the first place. Hi.
So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
But our friendship with you was real.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
Okay, guys, please be honest with him. Just say, the prince is alive, he's cursed, and the only way to break the curse was to kill him.
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we have taken their guiding force.
Yes.
They deserve that much.
Yes.
Captain, do you not agree?
Yes. It's time for the truth. We no longer have a choice. It's no matter of choice. Yes, we should tell them. Be our friends.
All right. It's time for the truth.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No, you speak the truth.
Yeah, let me read some more comments in the chat, though. Let's see. Quicket said, I was going to do a Yufa counter, but I care more for Heisme. Oak is shouting at Luis, take your clothes off. Vera said, Logan, stop being smart. That seems so likely. I am glad I was wrong. But wow, I did not see any other way that was gonna pan out. Weedle says to Oak, huh? Oak says, Luis, show your nipples. Bubble says, I was just thinking he tossed it aside. If he isn't paying attention, we can get it back easy. Oak said, Luis put a curse on me. Bubble said, by the way, as far as I know, you haven't renamed channel points. Oh, that's right, I was gonna do that, I forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Bumbo. I did update the schedule this week, though. Oak said, actually, has Luis done anything wrong besides having questionable goals and killing Grease? He killed, like, the opening cutscene of the game, like you see it even before the main menu, he murders the previous king. Like, he goes in with a sword, the guy's laying in bed, and you see Luis, he pulls out the sword and stabs him. He just unambiguously assassinates, murders the king, who's the father of the prince. And then, I guess, I don't think we ever saw him cast the curse on the kid, so maybe we're wrong, maybe it was somebody else. But then there's that, and then everything that he did in Grand Trad initially. So yeah, Oak says, I don't remember. Bumble saying, gosh, not even following Persona, following JRPGs, or JORPs as we know them. Veer says he's so tall, that's scary. Oak says to Vero, am I scary? Bum says, yay, debuffs. Queen Gator said, curse the prince, so I guess that's a major crime. Queen Gator said, oh, and killed the king too. Quista with a little face. Oak says, Queen Katie, honestly, that isn't even that bad. Tiff says to Oak, killed the king, cursed the prince, has sacrificed so many innocent lives. Oh, that's right, because remember, he had, like, Stroll's town all slaughtered. Left people to die by the humans, and that's only the stuff we know about. Oak says to Tiff, I can fix him. Tiff says, there is more. Oak, no. Queen said, why are we in the velvet room? Everything is so blue. Oak says to Louise, take off your pants. Oh, it's Ghosty Donuts. How you doing? Says, quickest fellows. Oh, crap, did you have to go? It's so good to see you, Ghosty. Oak says, hi. Bubba said he did a specific debuff move. Queen said, I just learned something interesting. Luis's Japanese voice actor does Captain America in the Japanese dub of the MCU. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Because it doesn't look like there's any new stuff on YouTube, but I do see you lurkers on YouTube, and I appreciate you. Hi. I hope you don't mind that I was reading so much of the Twitch chat, YouTube peeps.
We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne, to break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
Yeah, let's show him our again, we've got like a little smartphone app that keeps an eye on him. Let's show him.
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis. Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However,
I do like that Fidelio was very suspicious until he heard Juna say it. And then as soon as she said it, he like wavered. I like it. I feel like that's a really sweet little touch. Oh, and Lizard over on YouTube saying, hi, I'm work, so less chatty. No worries. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you still being there. But thank you.
I love how Fidelio's tail is wagging.
Well, I guess like a little bit. Did it wag earlier when like Juna was talking or something? Because it's like, it's kind of wafting both of their tails, I would say. Over here with the pin mess say, never mind, it stopped. I should have paid more attention. Was it wagging when Juna was speaking or something? If so, that's a really cute detail as well.
You did this for the prince. His father, the king, was a coward, a puppet of Forden. It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside. And for his son, for his bloody, useless corpse of a son, what made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Okay, this is, to be totally honest, somewhat of a fair point. I think most of the game we've just been assuming that the prince is a good guy simply because we have flashbacks where like, we were childhood friends with this kid. He took us in when we were orphaned. But, I mean, we don't know if he's a good guy or would be a good king.
Worth more. I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
See, and once again, Juna is the one that shuts him up.
Nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Shut up, Heisme. You're still racist against Paripus.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Please, please join us, please.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand
Shut
men.
up, Heisme.
I would advise against this.
Shut up, Heisme. We want to have dogs.
No, their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
That's right. They butt served him.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew.
This little bit of redemption is probably what's going to happen right before he gets killed. I'm still convinced that, like Fidelio, there's no way he survives this.
I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sudden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back. Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that doesn't feel right after you wake.
So we're friends now?
So, we're drifters now.
Join us?
Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
I mean, I guess that's a nice happy ending for them.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that?
Yeah, you're liable to get killed. You still have so many death flags active.
You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His
We love our
Highness's
dog
condition.
boys. Less than 3, 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 less than 3.
Thank you very much, Tiff, for the 10 bits. They are great characters. I like them a lot. I am very surprised, but also delighted that they are both still alive. Let me read some more in the chat. Thank you so much for the 10 bits, Tiff. Sorry I'm getting so caught up in the story. I should be spending more time like reading the chat. I do feel like a lot of the time with this game in particular, I don't have as many like fun, goofy, clippable moments, but it's just because the story has got me so engaged that I'm just like, I want to see what happens. Let's see, Oak said, oh yeah, that's definitely what I was trying to do. Vera said, move to PC, I'm locked in. Quickgator said, oh man, no death, boo, puts away death counter. Vera said, we're holding hands. Oak said, holds Vera's hand. Vera said, Luis, you have no honor for trying to strike back. Oh crap, Crystal says, whoa. Vera said, it worked. Quickgator says, holy heck. Crystal said, let's go Mantis. Quickgator said, roll credits, y'all, roll the credits. Oak said, Luis, your shirt is all bloody. You should take it off. Vera said, I don't trust it. I know there's still some fake out with this. And it has to do with the guy with the hood, because we saw Luis talking to that hooded guy before all this, like that he figured out that we were going to make a move against him and that he talked to the hooded guy. So this is all like a fake. He faked his death somehow. Queen Gator said, aren't we missing one more bond to make besides a party member? Surely that's Fidelio. No, we're missing one bond total and one party member, but there's 2 dogs. So it's probably going to be Basilio, I think. Let's see. Crystal says, so Logan, off topic. I need my monthly salary as a mod pepper treats. Oh, thank you for the reminder, because yeah, you had asked for that before while I was sick. Thank you for the reminder, Crystal. Vera said, I was so scared that Luis evades the weapon, will rebound if Fidelio shields Basilio. Oh, me too. Then he dies. Are we sure no kids were down there? Crystal says, I mean, Fidelio can still die. That's what I'm worried about. Over on YouTube, Lizard says, the reflective grimace I made when you said they butt served him. like what the heck? That's what he said. He said they butt served him. So yes, blame the game, not the player. I don't know. So, all right, what's Hulkenberg saying? Ah, Mantis, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right. That should have lifted the curse.
So are we going to check with a little app, or are we going to fast travel teleport back there using the Gauntlet Runner? Oh, it's just a picture of him. I thought it was an animated cutscene. Oh, but because he's still cursed.
What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
It's because Luis said that. Oh, achievement unlocked. Mission accomplished. Traverse Monterio Opera House. That counted. Was that a whole dungeon? Okay, I guess. All right.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Is it going to turn out that maybe Luis didn't curse the kid? Maybe Luis killed the king, but then Forden went in and cursed the kid? Just figuring like they could blame it on Luis, and then that would allow Forden to rise to power?
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
Yeah, let's go back to a crowded inn where people will be listening in to us. That's great. Great idea, Stroll.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something.
Okay, I now no longer think that because the game wouldn't bring it up if that were true.
No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
But it has to be a fake out. They even went to all the trouble of like lowering his health down to halfway point so he'll still be a threat later on.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Maybe he put his soul into the lance and he's going to control Forden from it? I don't know.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean we killed an innocent person.
Why, not innocent, just innocent of this particular crime. He did a lot of other awful stuff.
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And
buys coats with way too big of shoulders. I mean, Stroll's shoulders on his coat are already like a little too big.
True enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap, eh?
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason.
Oh crap, what if Luis was researching the curse so he could lift it? What if Luis wanted the prince to become the king? And so, well, yeah, what if Forden did cast the curse and Luis, that's why he was trying to kill Forden? So even though he did lots of awful, evil things, ultimately he had the same goal as us?
If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
When she saw the formula, Rella did say it was only an outline, likely jotted from memory. So that could mean this wasn't a formula to begin with, just Luis's scratch work, proof that he was looking for a way to prove his innocence.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have?
Forden?
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene.
Hulkenberg, have you thought of cutting your hair short again? You look a lot cuter with short hair. I'm sorry, just letting you know.
I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Okay, so we just have to check and see who has a scar on their back, and then that is whoever the culprit is.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Is the reason Forden knew about that because he was the one who got slashed in the back?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone.
So Forden shouldn't have known that, but he did.
I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
So, but again, the question is whether it's Forden's back that was slashed, or if it was just one of his men and he knew about the slash.
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Is Forden behind all this? Maybe the culprit told him. No, is Forden behind all of this?
Could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashed Sanctus Church?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion.
Jeez. Okay, well, this is going in a direction I didn't expect. At least to keep me on my toes. I should read some more in the chat, though. Oak says, they seem too chill about this. Well, now we know why, because apparently Forden is like, well, this is really convenient. Now we can just blame the assassination. Well, obviously, the assassination of the king was Luis. We saw that happen. But he can blame the cursing of the prince on Luis. Queen Katie says, captions, show me your transgender Luis. Oak said, quote, nobody died. The dead Luis in the corner. Tiff said to Queen Katie, canon. Oak said to Queen Katie, heck yeah. Queen Katie said, when we walk into the stage, oh yeah, that was pinned earlier. And Vera said, I still don't trust it. Queen Katie said, you know what would be cool? If it was like Gladell back to life. Queen Katie said, too late, Stroll. He found it. I'm still not convinced that Luis is dead, but it looks like this is going to be giving us a whole new twist on his motivation. So maybe he actually, though evil and doing awful stuff, like having Stroll's village destroyed and everything like that, that maybe he was working toward the same goal that we had. Queen Katie said, wow, Stroll outing all of us, huh? Queen Katie says, they actually put a ping hand on Stroll. They did. Vera said, let's take ibuprofen together, Sprite. Oak says, Vero, I love you. Vero hugs Stroll. Oak says, hey, hey. Queen Katie said, Batlin, I love you. Oak says, dang, they're all surprisingly chill about this. And a timestamp, 1:59:59. Look at that. I think I've been staying like under 25 minutes behind chat most of the night tonight. I'm doing very good. Over on YouTube, Lizard says, gosh, Nurse is such a cutie. Even with his like really high up hairline. I mean, the whole swoopy circle thing is fun, but bro's got a large forehead. All right, so yeah, so what's he saying? Hey, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion.
If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
Well, I think the easiest way to find out will be to see if he has that back scar. So, all we gotta do is get a wrinkly old octogenarian man naked.
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands. Especially now.
Yeah, Noobly, I'm starting to see why you hate Forden so much.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities.
Okay, and then we're ending. We're gonna follow. We're gonna see what they're doing. Queen Katie said, BRB got a pee. Local tavern. Krista with the timestamp 2:01:05. Oak said, Luis is hot so it's fine. Oak says, is Forden wearing makeup or is he just really pale? I think, well, he's got like some marks. I don't know if those are makeup or if they're tattoos, but I think he is just very pale. Tiff says, I think it's just his skin. And Vera says, awkward, better awkward than dead. Oak said, we just told everyone, Basilio.
Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was, well...
I did a murder. Well, I helped.
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything.
Yeah, we just killed somebody is all.
We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Oh, because she's a celebrity.
Yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance you presented... I take it that's why you went to Verger Island.
Verger.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
And what he looks like shirtless.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Is there any reason Juna isn't being just like more honest and upfront with Rella about this? Huh?
I will burn Forden at the stake and laugh with glee as his skin melts away.
Sorry, I got a cough here. I apologize. I'm gonna be so glad when the last remnants of this cold are gone. Oops, I bumped my microphone. My apologies. But thank you so much for the 10 bits that watched that very pale skin melt from his flesh. I feel like even if I wanted somebody like to burn at the stake, I wouldn't enjoy watching the skin melting. But, you know, to each your own. So thank you very much for the 10 bits, Nooble. And Lizard over on YouTube said, I also have a big forehead. I do too, as you can see. It's gigantic. If you count like the number of fingers, I can easily fit 5, maybe even 6 if I squish a little bit into my eyebrows and hairline. Gigantic forehead. Tiff says, oh, you can't just keep asking people to take out their boobs in public. Oak says, why not? Quinqueta says, I'm back. I also grabbed snacks. I'm out of chips, so I just got Pop-Tarts. Tiff said, public indecency. Not telling you to stop, just do it in private. Oak says, Basilio, follow me and take your clothes off. Tiff says, better. Quinqueta said, I ship them. Vera said, never mind, it stops. I feel crazy. It's like wagging furiously. Oak says, I ship Basilio and me. Wish I butt-served Luis. Boma says, good line, Reed. Quinqueta says, I ship them. Juna ex Fidelio forever. Vera said, no wasted Fidelio. Huzzah! Oak says, gosh dang, this game is good. Tiff says, and our new party member, Batlin! Quinqueta says to Vero, hey, I'm about to DM you in Discord about a Transformer question because I learned something interesting, but I don't know much though. Vera said, yep. Oh, an Automod. Oh, it was a bot, but it looks like Vero already squished the bots. Everybody say, thank you, Vero Sensei, because Vero's a teacher. Okay, we'll keep going with this.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Santifex Forden? On Saint's Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk. God knows they always have.
Thank you, Oak, for the light mode redeem. I'll assume because I was just barely in chat that this is not calling me back to chat, but thank you, Oak. Holy crap, we're almost to the 2.5 hour mark. Now is actually a good time to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions. This stream has flown by, mainly because it's been mostly cutscene, but it's been also really engaging. So thank you for the light mode redeem. Let's keep playing,
Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away.
I need to go back and rewatch the opening animation again, because I'm trying to remember if the assassination of the king happened before or after the prince was cursed.
I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that.
Oh, and there's a pinned message here on Twitch. Written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vero, said, by the way, Logan, the question I was asking Vero was about if they knew of any of the Transformers that Luis's Japanese VA voiced. Apparently he voices the protag of Transformers 1. Oh, really? Orion Pax. That's the previous name of Optimus Prime. So Luis is Orion Pax, apparently. Awesome. I didn't know that. Well, actually, I feel like somebody said some trivia about the Japanese VAs for that movie, but I think I just forgot what it was. So if somebody already told me that, then I apologize.
Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack.
Finally being honest with your sister, although I still don't know if Rella might betray us to Forden. Huh?
Prince was cursed before the king died.
Okay, so thank you very much for the 10 bits. That helps out. I was trying to pace it out in my head. And so, yeah. Okay, so maybe Forden cursed the... Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Thank you very much, Noobly. I appreciate that. You saved me a rewatch of cutscenes. Thank you. And for the 10 bits, thank you.
Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctus Church?
What if it just turns out that everybody in this game is a total b-hole? Because, like, Luis, even if he wasn't trying to...
The king's death is what started the race for the crown.
And that is true, but I just couldn't remember like how long ago it was that. Oh, I guess it would have been a while ago then that the prince was cursed because Hulkenberg had short hair in that. So that's a good point. So thank you very much, Tiff. So that was like quite a while beforehand then. So thank you for the info and for reminding me. To be fair, like we're how many parts are we into this? We've been streaming like 39 streams of this game, so some of the stuff from that many weeks and months ago are a little bit fuzzy in my brain, so thank you very much for the 10 bits, I do appreciate it. But like I said, what if it turns out just everybody is a beehole? What if it's like, well, Luis didn't actually curse the prince, but he's an awful person that wiped out Stroll's village and killed the king, and Forden is like, okay, what if it turns out that he cursed the prince, and so he's really awful and evil, but then what if the prince is also awful and evil? What if that's what it's just gonna be? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, hey, protagonist, guess what? Everybody is terrible, so you be the king, please. We're already in like 5th place, right? We could do it, we could totally win. Okay, let's keep going here.
What do you mean? Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
What? What was that? Do you have a heart condition? Were those palpitations?
Sister? What's wrong?
Is this a spell that Forden has that if ever you're about to betray him, he's gonna kill you?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe.
Maybe she's pregnant.
It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday.
Aww.
I'll see you again soon.
That's a death flag! Wow. Now I'm worried about Rella. Bubba says, Yufa, he wasn't innocent. Vera said, oh boy. Nubly said, knowing everything that happens is hurting me right now because I can't say anything. Vera said he was being so edgy about it though. Why is he so theater kid dramatic? Quigita said, I actually have a theory, but I have a bad feeling, so I'm gonna hold off. Oak said, Katie, tell me. Quigita says, I like when Nurith gets to be in the big plot stuff. Bubba says, oh, thank you, Toilet Duck. I will do that. It seems Juna wasn't able to get much from Rella.
About that.
So, okay, yeah, because once I'm able to control Protag, I should be able to save, right? If Rella won't talk, then we'll have no choice but to pry the truth out of Forden tomorrow. I'm sure you've got lots on your mind, but I can tell that you're tired. Let's just rest up and get ready for tomorrow. And there we go, our first opportunity to save over 2.5 hours into the stream. If the game had crashed, well, I guess we could have just like cut through all this stuff, but wow, that would have been awful. Bubba says, religious takeover. Plus, he has the lance now. He can kill Mantis. And this is how God will be the final boss. Oak said, normally I'm all for getting old men to take off their clothes, but Forden is not nearly as hot as Judge J. Really? Really? Quigata says, wait, with Luis gone, does this mean the big rock is going to change again? Oh, we should go check it out. Can we go outside?
I'm tired.
You must be tired after fighting so much. You shouldn't stress your body out any further. Instead of going out, you should just get some rest.
All right, let's talk to everybody. Yufa?
That's Luis.
Luis was by no means an innocent man, but we still killed someone we shouldn't have. It's not so much that I feel guilty, but I crave more killing. Oh, now we gotta kill Forden. Then after that, we gotta find an excuse to kill somebody else. I have a sense of foreboding. I hope it's only my imagination.
Hi, Esme.
Forden that car. I'd long believed the church was not as pristine as it presented, but this... If he truly was the man behind the attack, we must reclaim the spirit swiftly.
Now would be a good time to end stream.
Well, thank you for the 10 bits. Unfortunately, it's much too early to do that, so we'll go in for another half hour, and if we have to like end in the middle of like cutscene heck, we'll just end up doing that. But thank you very much for keeping an eye out for me, Noobly, and thank you for the 10 bits. Oh, and I saw there's a on my overlay that shows the bottom of the chat, there's a first-time chatter, Moro Prisoner 27. Oh, it's Valtube! Hi, Valtube. Hi, I'm like 20 minutes behind in Twitch chat. Hi, welcome. Good to see you here. I didn't know they had a Twitch account as well. I will try my best to remember. So it's Maro Prisoner 27 is Valtube. Thank you for popping in. How are you doing? Hope your week's going well. And thank you again, Noobly, for the 10 bits. But yeah, if we get stuck to a point where it's like, you know, half hour from now, it's like there's no save point in sight, we'll just stop there. And then next time on Friday, we will just kind of, I'll skip ahead to that point before the stream starts and then load up there. But thank you again for keeping an eye out for me and for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate it.
If he truly was the man behind the attack, we must reclaim the spirit swiftly. He was the man.
What was that old Five Nights at Freddy's thing, the man behind the slaughter? Wasn't that like in a song or something like that? Could Forden truly have killed his highness? If the attack was by his hand, we must have our answers from him, no matter the means. The true culprit behind the curse must be brought to justice and fast. His highness's life is at stake. What if the reason Luis killed the king was because Luis thought maybe the king had cast the curse? Or like maybe he thought like, I know it's either the king or Forden, so let's kill the king. Maybe? Stroll, we've finally taken down our greatest foe, yet it seems we can't celebrate just yet. What if the final party member is gonna be Luis? What if he comes back to life and joins? Oh.
Now hear me out. We just go long?
Oh, we could, but here's the thing. This took 2.5 hours to get through this cutscene, heck. Although, granted, to be fair, probably a good 20 minutes of that was in a boss fight. But we'll see. We'll see how it's going. We'll see how we're feeling in about a half hour from now. But I appreciate your enthusiasm, Tiff, and thank you for the 10 bits as well. I was naive to think taking down Luis would solve our problems. That's okay. Everybody assumes murder will solve their problems until murder doesn't. Wait, huh?
Why would the king curse his own son?
I don't know, maybe the king was just evil and the son realized it and the son was going to overthrow him? I mean, I know the son was just a young kid, but maybe he felt threatened by him some way. Or maybe it was like one of those things where like the king was like trying to gain immortality and had to like curse the son to drain his youth. I don't know. I feel like there could be any number of possible solutions there. So I'm assuming he wasn't just a good, doting, loving, wonderful father. I think we can come up with some excuse for it. But obviously they haven't said anything in game. I'm just tossing stuff out there. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate that. We murdered Luis, but the prince's curse is unbroken. We went through so much to get here. I can't help but feel conflicted. And to make things worse, Rella seems to be hiding something. She's never been a very good liar. Well, hey guys. Hey everybody, this room has one bed. Oh no, two beds. I'm gonna take that other bed with me and Gallica, me and my tiny fairy. The rest of you pile onto this bed. All right, good night everybody. And I saved, right? Let me save again just to be absolutely sure. Quick said, wait, with Luis gone. Oh yeah, we gotta check the rock in the sky. Oak said, are you okay, Sir Logan? I just have a really bad cough still. Quick said, oh, well, when did I get 10k points? Spear said that's actually a good way to show off if he died for good or not. Oh, that's right, because, yeah, if he is still alive, technically, somehow, if there was a body double swapped out, the King's Magic should know that. And so his face should be, so that's probably what's going to happen. We're probably going to go to sleep, we're going to wake up, we're going to walk outside, and his face is going to still be on the giant rock in the sky. Oh, good catch. Let's go to bed. Should I call it a day and settle in for the night? Rest.
Good night.
Rest well. Oak says to Vero, hey Vero. Quick said, oh snap, yeah, maybe pin so Logan can be on our page too.
Marches on.
And the age of a new king draws nearer. Vera says, what's up? Oak says, can I get 10k points back in a moment? Bubba says, yeah, I caught a mouse in it. Oh, hang on, I'll be right back to that. We got a cutscene again. We're just going right into this. We can't even look outside in the sky.
Let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
I hope he says that he's not really the killer of the attempted killer of the prince. I am once again, you know what this reminds me of? You guys have, who here, raise of hands, who here has seen Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad did one thing, did a lot of things really good, but one of the things it did really, really good was that because it's a prequel, it's hard to get too worked about what's going to happen because you know about where Saul Goodman's going to end up, you know about where Mike Ehrmantraut's going to end up, and so you see these characters and it's there's not as much suspense. So they did a really smart thing by bringing in Kim Wexler, and it makes you for all those seasons worry about Kim Wexler. right now, the Dog Brothers are my Kim Wexler. I see them in the background. It's like, why are you here? If you were here, I love seeing you. I love spending time with you, little doggies. But anytime I see you, I worry that your life is in danger.
Looks like Dracodios hasn't left his side.
Well, all right, let's rip off his clothes and see if he has a back scar on his wrinkly old man flesh.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement.
Do you think that if he does take off his shirt that he will be like a wrinkly old man, or that he'll be just like unexpectedly buff and ripped? Okay, first announcement, he's gonna announce like, well, tournament's over. I'm declaring myself a winner. I'm your king now. Great, everybody. See you, bye. I got this pointy stick. It can kill guys. Hey, come here, Godot. Stab. Loveless, why don't you come here? Stab. Who else is still in? Mayelo. Why don't you stab? Hey, Mantis, come over here. You don't want to be stabbed? Well, why not? Everybody's doing it. It's the fun, trendy thing.
Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
In a newly forged nation that I will be absolute totalitarian ruler over.
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
That voice doesn't sound like it's coming out of this guy. I hope this guy over here also has like a very unfitting voice.
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
Oh, except for him, his voice was fine. It's just his lip sync was way off.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
I mean, he's got a command.
He's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient. But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Okay, so we gotta go kill Ford and let's run out there. Hey, okay, Yufa, bring the lance and we're just gonna zap him, okay? Because you know we've already killed one, in for a penny, in for a pound. We were good at this. We are the most experienced at this.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard!
Oh, and Rudolph, that was the other guy.
We only seek to submit to the will of the people.
And Julian.
Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Oh, is that a threat?
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Okay, yeah, the way he said hail, that sounded like Heil to me, and that is like, I guess it'd be fitting for Forden. Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Bumbo says, yeah, I caught a mouse in a trap a while ago. Don't like mice, not in homes, but I still felt bad seeing the trap. Same here. I told you there was that one time a couple of winters ago, it was like after COVID hit, and I didn't realize, because like we have a real bad mouse problem where I live, and so we have to hire the pest control company to come around and like spray and lay out bait outside to keep the mice out of the house. And I didn't realize that they didn't come around because of pandemic lockdown stuff. And because of that, got a really bad mouse infestation, had to start laying out mouse traps and caught 39 mice that winter. It was awful. And of course I feel bad because they're adorable and they're just little animals doing their best, but you gotta get rid of them. Because for one thing, not only is it unsanitary, but it's not safe. They could like chew through wires and start fires and things like that. Fear says to Queen Katie, and if his head isn't there and he's alive, that means Big Rock changes based on people's perception. Fear says, okay. Oak said, thank you, Vero Sensei. Fear said, let me see if I can. Well, and that's true as well. So it might not necessarily mean anything if the head is gone, because there's a lot of people who'd support him before that might just think, oh, well, now he's dead. I won't support him anymore, and that might make him disappear. So it depends on how quickly the news has spread. We would have been best off checking that like immediately after he died. Bubba says, feeling empathy for pain, even if I want it dead. I don't want to watch it die. I hear you, Bumbo. Crystal said, thank you, Vero Sensei. Vera said, aha, that's why. Oak smiling. Vera said, I got you. Quinky said, by the way, Logan, the question I was asking, that was pinned earlier. Oak said, thank you, Vero, the goat. For real, we love you. Vera salutes. Bumbo says, what? And Vera says, I have the impression the king died before the curse. And Vera said, I don't know if it's been told, though. Okay, let's keep playing here. Ah! I'm assuming that's telling me to get back in the game? Is that what it is? I hope that's what it is. Also, I thought it wasn't that far behind, but we were already on slow. But crap, we got 15 minutes till the 3-hour mark. We gotta keep going here.
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lands now!
Yay, violence in front of an audience! I mean, there's all these guys behind us we'll have to kill too, but you know, we've killed a lot of people.
Now? Are you out of your mind?
How are you single when you look like you have a wife and kids?
Do I seriously look like I have a wife and kids? I don't see it because I know from firsthand experience all the litany of reasons for why I'm single. I would like to think that one of them is just because I no longer know how to meet people. But because of that, I look at myself and it's like, no. There's so much wrong with this guy. No wife would want this man. But I still hope. I hold out hope someday. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. As well as the backhanded compliment. I guess it's a compliment. It's like, yeah, you look like you shouldn't be lonely. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly.
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
Do we still have the fake one? We have no choice. It's too dangerous. No, see, we got no choice. Stroll presented a very compelling argument. Let's do this.
We have no choice.
Yoy.
If there really is no other way.
Whoa.
So you were after this lance all along. Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
I challenge you to a duel.
His muggler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
If I had said no, would we have stayed back there? Did I just lock us into a bad ending?
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company.
What if we haven't even seen the main bad guy? What if the main bad guy the whole game is that guy that was in the hood before, and he's been like secretly controlling both Forden and Louise? I don't know, I'm just still trying to make sense of this. This stream has really thrown a bunch of monkey wrenches into this story.
That night, you were the one behind the...
That wasn't the complaint. You look like someone's dad.
The attack on his...
Oh, no, I wouldn't take it as...
Louise for your crime
sorry, hang on.
and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
I wouldn't necessarily take it as a complaint or anything. I don't think people complain about that, but I do appreciate that. Rather than look like I'm probably someone's dad, I'd rather look like, ooh, check out this guy. I want him to be the dad of my children. That's what but I don't know how to make that into a physical appearance. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate that. All right, so what was he saying here? That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
And prove it. Take off your clothes, bro. Take off your clothes.
Baseless,
Take off your clothes.
In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
Take off your clothes. Take off your clothes.
You waste
man.
your breath. What do your words matter now?
Come on, we're doing this ancient Greek Olympic style.
The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
Right now, his advisors run up to us like, sir, you're starting to sound very unhinged in front of a crowd. Dial it back, bro.
You vile traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Is this gonna be the cutscene where Fidelio's gonna save us and get killed?
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Judge these ruffians with your divine lance.
Ruffians.
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
And then suddenly Luis teleports behind him. For killing who?
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's case was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that?
Oh, is he? Is he gonna see Luis standing somewhere, or is he just like realizing that Juna is here and he's getting all hot and bothered? It's Luis! It is Luis! You can see the blonde hair.
Identify
That is totally gonna be Luis! The question is, was that the same hooded guy with the accent as before? Was it a fake accent? This is gonna be such a great cliffhanger for next stream if that ends up being Luis. Oh, that's it? It ends? Oh, it is there. Do you see that? That's at the bottom of his face. That is totally Luis. You don't recognize him because his shoulders seem so small.
Who are you? We're at a festival.
Ah!
Should we not be festive?
He did teleport behind him.
I've come to meet you, Forden.
Luis. Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then.
He's gonna try and stab him, and it's not gonna work.
Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis!
It's gonna be repelled by the king's magic. See, because it never was the lance.
But why?
Oh, hang on. Because Luis had a fake lance, too. When he got stabbed with the real one, he probably stashed it away somewhere. I bet he brought the real lance because he said he was planning on having a duel anyway. And so that lance that he had was never the real one. It was just so that that would be what falls into Forden's hands so that this would happen.
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
Is he going to have a new costume under his cloak? Or his shoulders just going to be...
is counterfeit.
Ah!
Just like you.
Oh, there's the real one! Whoa! My blood is floating. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
You snake, Luis.
Huh? Oh, TTS girl didn't want to say because it had the F word in it, where Nubly says, F yeah, Forden dies, let's go. As long as Fidelio is okay, that is what matters. And now, so we get to be friends with Fidelio, and he's got his old master back, but now he's gonna...
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
You know what we're gonna have to do now? We're gonna have to do that thing where, like you see in movies, where we're gonna have to stand on one end of a room, and then Luis is gonna be on the other, and we put Fidelio in the middle, and then we both go, come here, boy, come here, and we see who he goes to see who gets to keep him. And there's a pin message. This is written by Hook, pinned by Vera, said, Luis, take your clothes off for multiple reasons. Right now, our first order of business should be checking out Forden's body to see if he has a scar on his back, because if he doesn't, that means that he's still not the one who did it. Because if he's dead now, okay, you know what? It's not going to be him. He's not going to be the one with scar on his back. It's still going to be somebody else, because if he's dead now, if he really was the one who placed the curse, then the curse would be lifted on the prince. But obviously, that's not going to happen yet. Let me read some more comments to the chat. Vera said, oh, huh. Quickgator said, yeah, because the prince was cursed for a good long while, and the king died, boom, metaphor story, where Luis crashes the funeral stuff. Oak said, I've forgotten basically everything from the important lore from the beginning of the game. Quickgator said, actually, wait, let me look up when the first stream was. First metaphor stream was November 12th, 2024. See, it's been a long time. Boma says, big death flags everywhere. Quickgator with the timestamp, 2:32:23, and Oak with one, 2:32:32. Oak says, Gallica turned into Morgana for a moment. Oh, with the going to bed. Oh, and there's Valtube saying hi, Valtube, but in Twitch, how you doing? Vera said, welcome in. Tiff said, hey, Valtube. Valtube says, thanks. Vera says, oh. Quiggita says, I think I'd like to agree with Tiff here. Tiff is pretty cool. Hang on, just gotta breathe for a second there. The Oak says to Nubly, for funsies, very similar things regarding dead kings and cursing sons are happening in One Piece right now. Valtube says, I love One Piece. Oak says, One Piece. Vera said, I am so good. Nubly said, gonna shower BRB. See you when you get back, Nubly. Oak says, raise his hand. Nubly said, never mind. No shower. Aw. Quingita said, whoa, you get clean that fast? Nubly says, no. Quingita said, I was joking. Lol. Oak says, hold on, guys. Let me go shower. Sheds my top layer of skin to reveal perfectly clean reptile scales underneath. And Crystal with a bunch of raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. Let me copy these over into my text file over here. I do have a sneaking suspicion that we probably are going to have a very long cutscene after this, and probably won't be able to get to a full-on save point. Let's play a little bit more and see if we can at least get to where there's some nice background music, though. I always hate when it's like too silent like this. But let me read just a couple more comments first real quick. Oak says, Crystal the Goat, I was about to mention raid suggestions. And Queen Katie says, loveless. Crystal says, 39 mice. Oh, wow. So I got to be like very close to catching up then. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'd mentioned this in stream before. Like I said, where I live, get a lot of mouse problems, and they seem to be able to get inside very easily. And so after a bunch of them, I started keeping track and counting. Queen Katie said, yes, Logan. Oh, and Crystal with a couple more raid suggestions, and Vera with some raid suggestions as well. I will, I'll copy these down afterward. Let's get back in the game. Like I said, I want to have at least some background music going here while we're going over all this raid stuff. Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
No. Impossible.
No, my giant neck refuses to believe it. Running away, running away.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
Crap, Fidelio and Basilio.
Lord Luis is alive.
And now they're going to have to choose their loyalty. This is going to be where it is. This is going to be where Fidelio's going to die. I don't like this. I don't like this. Over on YouTube, Lizard is saying, it's me, I am the main bad guy, Dios, screaming, Zawardo. Yes, indeed. Okay, now I will copy over those other raid suggestions that the Crystal and Vero had presented us with. But at least now, I would have really found it annoying if it had decided to go like, all right, let's spend like several days hanging out with buddies before we bothered to reveal that Luis actually survived. I mean, it might take a little while to find out how he lived, but I mean, I'm okay with that. It's obviously gonna have something to do with the guy that he was talking to that was in the hood, that he like swapped places with him or something like that. But either way, at the very least, it didn't take that long to get Forden killed. Let's see what else is going on in the chat here. Oak says Logan is famous for being lonely. I would prefer that not to be a reason why that I'm well known. I would prefer to be not lonely and to be famous for having a very fulfilling family life with a loving wife and kids. But sadly, that seems to just not be in the cards for me. Oak says, like, there are a bunch of dads on YouTube who I see reacting to Gen Z music, and I'm like, awesome, and I thought Logan was like that, but for Persona. Noobly said, Logan has dad energy. Do I really? I always thought I had, like, uncle energy. Oak said, maybe it's all the puns. Oh, like all the dad jokes and everything. Vera says, oh. Queen Katie says, no. Oak said, Luis, take off your clothes for multiple reasons. Vera said, well, we didn't need to check the rock. Vera says, kill him, kill him, kill him. Oak says, wait, who's who? Vera said, Luis, kill the old man, Forden. Oak says, oh yeah, beast. Vera says, yeah, win. Bubba says, he was 4 parallel universes ahead of me. He was playing 17-dimensional chess. Noobly says, win. Luis. Chris said, hee, you can now F off, Forden. Oak says, Logan is famous for being a funny guy. Oh, there we go. 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 37 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Yeah. So, I mean, where do we want to end off? I mean, I guess we can go a tiny bit more. Tiff says, Logan, please, I need you to keep going. Okay, we'll go a little bit further. We'll keep going a little bit further, Tiff. Just for you. Noobly says, keep going. Bubba says, what if the prince is our last party member? I still feel like it's going to be Basilio simply because he always has an axe on his back. Like all of us when we're running around dungeons, we have weapons strapped to us. And I feel like most other people don't have that. So I'm still convinced Basilio is going to be our lad, but who knows? Maybe the prince will suddenly wake up and just like hang out in the Gauntlet Runner with Norris. Because he was the one who supposedly designed the blueprints for it, right?
What's going on?
Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination.
But Luis, you still killed his dad. We saw that.
For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule.
Also, Luis, how many buttons do you need on that shirt? How long does that take you to dress yourself, bro?
What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
Well, you know what we should do? We should, like, check our little FaceTime app and see if the prince is fine. And if the prince is fine, we'll say, hey, Luis, you know, we don't like the other things you did, but thanks. We killed you. Yeah, you came back to life?
You came back to life?
You believe me resurrected? Even if I could defy death, I care nothing for the prospect.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Nah, that was Luis in disguise.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
That fellow right here with the hood. Whoa, whoa, it's me. Whoa-ba-ba, whoop-ba-ba, whoop-ba-ba. What?
Zorba?
He's alive? I was joking about it being the necromancer because of his accent. It's actually him?
Hi, Zorba.
So this isn't like a puppet like reanimated Luis, right? This is actually him, yeah? Do necromancers have some kind of spells they can do that just prevent death? What? Wow. Quigator said, yes, I'm so nervous I would die if we had a cliffhanger and I had to wait till Friday. Well, we're gonna have a cliffhanger no matter what. The hangers are just getting cliffier from the looks of things. Vera says, what? Yeah? Vera says, what? Huh? Crystal says, what? Vera says, no shot. Quigator says, oh, that's the purple spoiler I saw one time by mistake. Oh, really? Okay. So in that case, does that mean that the only one of Luis's lieutenants who actually is dead, like dead, is Queen Katie's purple man? I always keep forgetting his name. Was it Gastro? No, it wasn't Gastro, because it was Gastro and Giddo, and what was Glidell? There we go. Is Glidell the only one that actually did die? Oh, he just killed a couple of guys just to show off. Well, that's great. Oh, they were in his way. That's why.
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
So Zorba did die then, but he's just such a great necromancer that he necromanced himself. Also, is this the first time we're seeing his eye open? I feel like it was like closed before when we saw him. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand, and the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this.
Okay, so all it is that we didn't actually kill him and Zorba just made it look like he was dead.
So I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I mean, that's fair. We have healing magic too that can bring you back from 1 hit point, so I guess the bad guys can have that.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that?
He is a theater kid!
Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Oh my gosh. He is a theater kid. Let's see. I gotta read some more. Crystal says, huh? Oak says, Forden's attendant. Luis Forden's attendant. Vera said he just lived the whole time. Tiff says, tee-hee. Crystal said, Logan is known for being a puppy kicker, late streamer, bad at games, bad at aiming, good at predictions, mostly not lol. But Logan is also known for being an amazing, kind, awesome number one at voice acting, number one streamer, and very great person. Thank you, Crystal. That's like when Rukov says nice things. Did Rukov take you over, Crystal? Thank you so much for the very sweet comment there, Crystal. Oak says, oh crap, Zorba? Quigator said, don't rub it in, Logan. I'm still mourning Glidell. Vera says, what a sprite. Yeah, that's different than his sprites before, right? Boba says, I remember a game with a spell that makes your heart and lungs stop, but makes sure you stay alive. Tiff says, smash. Bumble says, game, respect, game. And Vera says, how can he cheat death twice? Also, let me check what kind of slow mode we're on right now. What was that, a 20-second slow mode? We could probably just go down to like a 5-second slow mode. I'll do that right there. Crystal says, imagine Glidell suddenly showing up. I mean, I guess it'd be nice if he isn't like the only one who died. Over there on YouTube, Lizard is saying, please, the buttons are cosmetic. It's actually like a long strip of Velcro just right off him. Said Zorba, the ultimate nurse. Okay, so Tiff, since you seem to know this very well, is this a good place for us to pause until next time? Because just to remind you guys with the schedule, and this also goes for any lurkers out there,
We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays usually. So next stream would normally be Thursday. However, this Thursday is my mom's birthday. And so we don't really have any specific major plans set up, but I'd like to keep the day open just for her birthday in case we do something with the papa.
Yes, this is a pausing point.
Okay, so this is a pausing point, so we'll be able to check that out in just a minute. I'm also going to take a look over at our raid suggestions in just a moment as well, because we got a bunch of them for me to be able to sort through. Looks like one of them has only one viewer, so we might be able to do that one. But yes. So as I was saying, so Thursday, as I mentioned on Discord, Thursday's canceled for my mom's birthday. Friday, we're gonna pick up right here. We might just have to hammer through cutscene stuff to get back here, but that'll also maybe be a good refresher for us. And then Sunday is gonna pick up where we left off on this past Sunday in Ace Attorney 2. Excuse me, Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Prosecutor's Gambit. So let's see. I was going to copy over the link tree over to YouTube. It looks like Crystal already beat me to that. So if there are any lurkers still over on YouTube, Crystal just posted a link tree that has all my social media stuff, a Discord invite, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all the good stuff. Feel free to make use of it as you see fit or ignore it as you see fit as well. Bubble says, poetic, like how one of them needed the public needing to think the prince is dead. Luis needed Forden to believe he was dead for his plan to work. Oh, that is good. Crystal says, Gladell, jump scare us, please. Tiss said, no, you need to keep going. Wait, really? I thought you just said that was a good pausing time. Oh, Noobly said that. Think of the 10 bits, Noobly. Did I attribute that to the wrong person? Thank you, Noobly. Oak says, very conflicting opinions. Vera said, who should we believe? Well, the problem is, I feel like some of our long-standing community members will often try to get me to go a half hour over time. Let's see. Queen Katie said, I'd say Tiff, please. Noobly said, I beat this game. True ending. Good night, everyone. Oak said, think of the very dead, wait, no, alive stream. It made me smile. And Tiff said, so have I. I think this will probably get, and if nothing else, it'll leave us some good surprises for next time. This feels like a pretty big cliffhanger right there. Except Tiff says, trust me, please. Okay, tell you what. We'll go a tiny bit further. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But as soon as I get to another point where it's this is a good moment to end, then we'll do that. Is that fair? Is that copacetic to everybody? Is that kosher? Is that agreeable? Because Tiff said to trust me, please. And if you say please, then I guess I have to. And Vera says yes. Okay, so what was Luis was saying here? Oh yeah, that he wanted a fitting death out of mercy.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
And yeah, that's the whole thing, is up on the rooftop, he had the fake... Wait, no, except Yufa was still able to use her magic to teleport it, so that should have been the real one, unless she can just do that with any object?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
Okay, so that's when he did it. But to be fair, look at how long that thing is. You cannot fit that under your coat. That'd be a very difficult task to swap it out. Unless everybody just here has those D&D bags of holding or whatever. Also, hang on, didn't Zorba used to have a fishnet shirt? So good to see that he's got rid of... Oh, look, he has a big old scar on his chest. That's always fun when anime characters, they look like they're dead and then come back with a big scar on their chest. Doesn't Luffy get one of those at some point? No, don't give spoilers for how he gets it, but I know all the pictures he has a big X scar, but I've never gotten to that point in the anime yet.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
Oh, and over on YouTube, Lizard is saying, Zorba, the ultimate nurse. He should go to Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, chat, I would like to encourage as many of you as possible to possibly, the next time you have money, perhaps purchase 100 Line Last Defense Academy and play it so that when I eventually have money for it, I can play it and you can watch on stream so you won't have to worry about spoilers. Just tossing that idea out there.
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
What if it's going to turn out that the two of them conspired together to curse the prince, and so we still have to get both of them dead in order to save him? Because again, we should be checking our little FaceTime thing.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless.
I would like to point out, though, that I was pretty darn good on the uptake recognizing that accent of the hooded guy as being Zorba. I think if it wasn't for the fact that I just assumed he was dead, I might have even been able to recognize his voice.
That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath.
Yeah? Are you cool with that? Because if you didn't curse him, are you okay with him being alive? Or do you want to kill him because you still want to be king and you see him in the way?
For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way.
Yeah, he's saying this in front of a whole bunch of people. This is no longer a secret.
So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived.
Uh-oh.
Where is he? Speak or die.
Neither. Oh. Cutscene time. Oh crap, little kids!
Please, spare us.
Don't threaten little kids! When you said die, I thought you meant us!
Leave them be!
See, he's a bad guy. He's gonna murder children.
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctus.
And this is a game that loves killing babies, so these kids are not safe. Crap, he's gonna kill the kids. He's gonna kill the kids. No! Fidelio's gonna jump in the way.
Stop him!
Crap, this is where Fidelio's gonna die. No. Okay, maybe protagonist, sacrifice yourself, protag. Just don't be Fidelio. Yeah, we can die. Fidelio, leave the... No, he's gonna push us out of the way. No. Oh crap, no.
What? Bozo.
Bozo, Marco, thank you for the 10 bits. Crap, I'm worried, it's getting bad. Thank you for the 10 bits. Okay, but Basilio's protecting him. Because they've got a soft spot for little kids.
Why? Go! Run! Come now.
Firo, did you save that little wasted thing?
You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two faltered.
No. And Fidelio's gonna push him out of the way to save him. See, no!
Del!
Oh, the blood's dripping. Oh!
Del!
Fidelio!
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life.
No.
So I thought.
Del.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them?
Tiff, is this why you wanted me to keep going for this?
I've been an idiot.
You didn't want to start with this next time?
Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
Can we cast some healing magic on him, please?
I see it,
Juna.
you know. Our little diner.
No.
Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del?
Del!
Do you guys think he's okay?
Pitiful. See what brotherhood earned them.
So that's why you wanted me to keep going? Huh?
If I had a nickel for every time there was a tragedy on this day, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but they had to know what they were doing.
Wait, on this day, what day is this? Is this a specific date in the game? I wasn't paying attention to what the actual date was. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, I appreciate that. Let's see, yeah, Tiff saying, trust me, please. Vera says, yes. Tiff says, I'll take it. Vera says, his eyes, oh gosh, the board sprite is very pretty. Oak said, I'm so glad I called him earlier. I knew he was hot from the beginning. Crystal says, we can still stab him. Vera says, oh no, I can't tell him knowing is a good thing. Huh?
Well, yesterday was September 10th.
Oh, in the game it was? Well, that means that in the game now, it's my dad's birthday. My dad's birthday is September 11th. I'm just saying other things happen on that day, too. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. So this is, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, bow, wow, wow. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Tiff. But yeah, Vera was saying I can't tell him knowing is a good thing. Oak says, oh crap. Oak says Fidelio is going to die soon, isn't he? Vera said, please don't die protecting the babies. Oak said, Logan, to be fair, you kill kids? We've killed like a monster baby. But it killed us first, huh?
Worst birthday to have as an American.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he had that birthday before that happened. So I feel like that really wasn't his fault or his parents' fault. But yeah, it kind of overshadowed a lot of other things afterward. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Noobly. I appreciate it. Vera says, no. Quickie said, see, Fidelio does have some magic. Vera said, holding hands. Are they both going to die? No, because like I said, I'm still certain that Basilio is going to join our party. He's going to be our last party member. He's probably going to be our last follower bond as well. Tiff salutes. Vera says, gosh, I had so much hope, y'all. Quigita said, so, Vera said, I'm devastated. Look what you've done to Vero. Tiff. Oak said, no, are you kidding me? Another donut character? It didn't go all the way through. If you saw his backpack was fine. So that also means we can like still use his backpack. And unless like right in his back, there might be a hole there, but it didn't go all the way through. Like we didn't see his pencils and protractors spilling out, huh?
I just got spoiler chatted. They're sending me all the times I said Fidelio isn't gonna die.
No! If there's no other spoilers than that, you should totally post that stuff in like the Persona channel, because I kind of want to see, or send it to me. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate it. I called this way early on, and it was, I mean, I was certain it was going to happen up on the roof, but a lot of it played out. Like I said, he was going to have to choose between us as his friends and Luis. To be fair, he was like protecting kids, but he pushed us out of the way too, though. Quickie said, hey, I'm sorry, Vero. I knew the whole time. Noobly said, I also knew the whole time. Oak said, yeah, this would be a bit of a bummer to start next stream with. Well, I mean, we're going to start it with his dead body there. Apparently, Vera said, stop talking. Crystal says, Vero, I mean, Fidelio can still die. Oh, in quotes, Quickie said, thought y'all should know, if Beowulf was here, they'd be posting some spoiler clips now. We can still post them on Discord. Queen Katie said, also, I have one, but I don't think we could watch it tonight. Why, is it like really, really long? Vera says, yeah, no, Luis is on my crap list now. Crystal said, let's watch it next time. Queen Katie said, I'll post it here for the curious. Let me see how long this one is so we can check this out and possibly pop it up onto the stream. Okay, this is only 51 seconds. We can totally do this. This is nice and short. This is as short as a regular clip. So if anyone's lurking and doesn't know the deal, sometimes I will accidentally foreshadow or guess something correct or wrong, and Queen Katie will make a spoiler clip. Or sometimes other people. Queen Katie does a lot of them. So this one is titled, So About That, Metaphor Spoiler Clip featuring Queen Katie Art. I'm thinking we should talk with one of the Doggo brothers. The question is, nice tall dog or mean little dog? Who do we want to talk to? Nice tall dog or mean little dog? It'd be awful if like this has an effect on things, like whichever dog we don't talk to dies or something. So I'm partial toward little dog myself. I think we should hang out with little dog. Days without killing dogs. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh. Uh-oh. Aw, dang it. That is not how we wanted things to go. But that is how things went. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me read the rest of the comments in the chat because I got to be like really close to being all caught back up again. Bubba says it is in game 9/11, but they also have like weird different months in this. Like all the months have different numbers of days. Or maybe they have the same number of days, but weeks are only 5 days, something like that. Oak's laughing. Noobly said he got a hole blasted through him. He is not okay. That's just one of my favorite things to do. If any of you guys ever watch American Dad, there was this great episode where Roger like infiltrated some drug ring and like was turned against Stan, but then in the end, saved Stan by doing this elbow drop onto the bad guy, and when his elbow landed on the bad guy's head, his head exploded, and they showed it in slow motion like 5 times, really gruesome and gory. Explodes, spurt of blood out of his neck stump, and he flops down dead on the ground. And then a little bit later, Roger's talking to Stan's like, do you think he's okay? Stan's like, no. And I don't know why. That just, I find it funny whenever somebody obviously dies and you just go like, I hope he's okay. Vera says, Tiff. Crystal's laughing. Vera said, sorry. Vera with a little heart. Oak said, The Globe, Part 2 by the Microphones was released on September 11, 2001, so it balances out. Bumba says, oh no. Queen Katie said, no, it's just short, but I wasn't sure if we could watch it this late. Says, oh boy, Vera, I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Vera said that art laughing. Queen Katie said, I worked so hard. Speaking of art, how's your icon doing? Yeah, Vera, are you going to add that wasted? Oak said, this make me want to make an animation for one of the finale spoiler clips for AA or a metaphor. Crystal said, how's your wasted icon, Vera? Vera said, check my Twitch PFP. And Queen Katie salutes. Let me take a look at that. Is it already updated? And it is! Oh, it's little Fidelio with wasted over there. Okay, so let me check out. I do feel that because I've been talking so much, I've been yapping so much, we've chased a lot of our lurkers away. But let me make sure that the person that we were going to raid is still live. Looks like this person is playing some Minecraft. So we'll go ahead and do that. So once again, if there's any lurkers, if any lurkers are still here, we stream normally Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. However, this Thursday is canceled because of my mom's birthday. The next stream will therefore be Friday. We're going to pick up where we left off here. Sunday will then be Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. We just began the 4th case in that one, so that should be some fun stuff. So we'll go ahead and initiate the raid. Queen Katie with the loot. Noobly says, good night, everyone. Yes, thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And for putting up with this roller coaster of like, he's gonna die, he's gonna be fine, he's gonna die, he's gonna be fine. Oh crap, I don't know, do we even have enough people who are gonna be able to do this raid? Because I usually try to do over 5, but like, I don't know how it works, because we do have more people than that lurking, but sometimes like lurkers don't get sent along for the raid. So, well, I guess it could just be a small little raid, but still. Let me go ahead and copy down the raid message. Thank you very much for posting that there. And once again, any lurkers over on YouTube, Crystal had posted a link tree earlier, has all the social media stuff. Crystal said, thank you for the very wasted stream. Oak said, good night, everyone. Love y'all. And there's the raid messages there. Yes, so hang on. Still got that pesky cough. But yes, so again, have a good Tuesday, or no, not, today was Tuesday. Have a good Wednesday tomorrow, which is normally, oh! When do you guys want to do a repo Discord game night? We can do it Wednesday night, we can do it tomorrow, we can do it Saturday night. Please let me know on Discord, those people who have repo. We can just pop into the VC. We'll figure out the details there, Vera said. I'm glad. No metaphor later in the week. No, there is. There is. Friday is just metaphor. So we're going to pick up right where this left off. So everybody, enjoy the raid. Have a wonderful night. Have an awesome Wednesday and an awesome Thursday. And we'll see you back Friday. Vera says, oh, enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. And for those watching the VOD or over on YouTube, good night as well.